Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the DuPage Esports. Here we have the Grand Finals. It's going to be between DuPage and Brookdale Community College. We're going to see how these heavy hitters are going to go up against. This is for all the money. This is the Grand Finals. So first off, we're starting on the map Ascend. I'm going to be OP Knees.
And I am Ancient Angel, and we're getting right into it. And already, Brookdale coming out with a crazy. It looks like they're trying to do the Paper X comp, the Harbor Viper, Reyna, Raze. That is peak Paper X. And on the other side for DuPage, it's basically standard across the board. Jasper opting to pick onto that, onto the Astra there. How do we feel? How do we feel with the Paper X comp coming out from Brookdale?
So what makes Paper X comp so potent is not so much the comp, but how good they play those agents together. See, the composition itself on paper is not as strong as the regular comp is usually played. That's why when everyone saw Paper X pull it out, they thought they were throwing. But Paper X are just so mechanically gifted, skilled. Like the Reyna is going to get a pick as soon as they go in. So we're going to see if Brookdale can really play to the same level that we see, the competitive team Paper X play.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to go for. It is the NJCAAE Grand Finals, College of DuPage versus Brookdale Esports, and it's a best of 5 all the way through it. So we're starting here on DuPage's first map pick of Ascent. And when we talk about kind of the context of the series in 5, it does, like, obviously you want to win this first map. You want to start out on a good foot here.
Definitely, because if you have to go to round 4, or even if you go to map 5, it is going to be mentally grueling. But we're going to see, starting out on first round, we see a lot of ghosts being bought here by DPG. You see, looks like they're going to, again, starting on attack here, looks like they're going to go for an A hit here. Make the noise on B. They're going A. That's going to be Jelly Willy dashing in on top of Generator. Not going to get tagged by it. Rice Spiced right next to him, and that's going to be the door going to get closed, and now it's going to be a retake for BCC. BCC looking to stack up here and explode out. There's the boom bot trying to get some information before they all explode out. Scrub as well right on this door. BCC peeking over, tries to go in, and that's going to be Tech going down. But that's going to be 2 picks going the way of BCC. Jelly Willy makes it even, playing in hell, so he can try to play this defensively. Gets another pick on the no, and that's going to be Jasper getting a pick on the scrub. And now it's going to be a 1v2 in favor of DPG. We see Fate is here with only 31 HP, gonna wall off, get the isolation onto Jasper, doesn't quite land the shot, and Shin Waffle, they are gonna take that home for DPG on the first round.
Yeah, I mean, DuPage responding to BCC really well. BCC, they did exactly what you want to see from this comp. They were like, we're going to group up, we're going to give up the site, we're going to group up, we're going to flood retake out. We have all of the different kind of aggressive utility to do so. And, they try it, and it seemed to work almost really well, but it was just really good play between Jasper and Shin to combine together, hold this really nice crossfire between main and tree that gets them this round. Now they get the bonus here of going on to an anti-eco and BCC. It's classics across the board.
Yes, it is. They're going to go for a full save. Going to be gamble stacking mid to try to see if they can get any picks, but the attackers are having none of it. That's going to be, no, just walking right out of their Viper, but doesn't land shots. Jasper pulls out her gun and going to be able to get the refrag. Oh, but look at this. Now it's going to be even, actually, as the 2 picks are taken mid. Rice Spice does get fanked, though, but Dubai has a gun in their hand, and that's going to be a flash onto Rice Spice. Jasper is going to get a trade out, but now it's going to be a 2v2. Jelly Willy has a gun. Oh, Jasper going to get 1 pick, and that's going to be Tech at 1 HP. What with a Spectre in their hand? That's going to be Jelly Willy. Going to close that out. It was looking very dire in the ways for DPG getting stacked on there, but they are going to be able to clutch out that round.
Yeah, I mean, it was really dangerous, too, especially when you saw Roddy send out that flash towards B main, and Dubai gets the spray down, and it kind of becomes a 2v2. Things get really scary, but luckily Jasper, calm, cool, collected, with nothing but a ghost, is able to get 4 on the round. Or actually, no, it was 3. It was 3 on the round to be able to bring it across the line, and this is going to be a heavy bonus out for DuPage, so I'm not expecting anything too crazy here against these rifles, but hey, any kills that you can get, that means it's all the better.
The thing is, if DuPage win against the rifle, they're gonna have but DuPage gets a nice pick there. If they do, they're gonna be able to buy continuously. But okay, Asher goes down. That's a lot of their information. Gonna go down to that Reyna with a Vandal peeking mid here. Having some shots through the harbor wall is gonna stop him from being able to get any picks there. Jasper is going to be swinging this little ghost, but it's going to be dangerous. BCC is going to be able to take down Rice Spice there again with a Vandal. No, he's trying to get something to scrub as well. Just playing this tree position very defensive here with that Viper setup. Jasper is in a very tough spot. If he's able to get the kill on the scrub here, then they are going to be able to get a Vandal into their hands. Seems to be the play. Shinwaffle walking up mid here. Scrub slowly lurking out. One shot from this ghost, and that's going to be big money. There's going to be the smoke. You could take back those stars, and maybe I believe they're going to rotate on the B through mid. But look at Dubai right here with this Vandal. No one has a gun to really contest this.
30 seconds.
And that's going to be a lineup. Oh, only gets one, though. It's going to be Jelly Willy getting one down with the Spectre. Dubai gets traded up, but Tech is going to be fighting for this gun to make sure that's cool. Look at that. That is a double peek. Which one do you shoot at there, top or bottom? You chose wrong. Jelly Willy does a little bit of damage there. Has the Vandal, but that's going to be a flash on the 2. But Jelly Willy faces the music. Jasper's going to go down the feint here on site. 1 versus 2. Jelly Willy with a Vandal. Only 46 HP. Almost gets tagged there. Is going to be getting shot from main as well. Oh, very close. Gets out with 24 HP, but time runs out. Brookdale is going to take the round there, but Jelly Willy does hold on to a Vandal.
Yeah, and I mean, when we talk about the the overall context of this round, you might think, oh, well, DuPage lost and Jelly had to save there, but really when you look at it, that was a bonus round out for DuPage. Jelly came into that with a Spectre, so that's actually just a free upgrade in terms of, the arsenal, and you can see that Jelly, $1,500 in the bank, while, the rest of the team, looking at 3,000 or 300, $0 even, so it's actually kind of a good money move out for Jelly and the rest of DuPage, and now we're coming into this gun round where it's full buys across the board.
I was gonna say, but actually look at the loadouts of BCC. We see that Tech and Scrub have very lackluster buys here compared to everyone else in the round. There are only 3 big guns on the side of BCC, so DPG are actually looking to really go in on this round with their full buys. And again, Jelly Willy has a little bit of a cushion, same with Rice Spice. Dubai doesn't get one. There's Rice Spice just gonna absolutely clip his head. And now it's gonna be rotates on to A for BCC to try to stack it. I believe DPG has to play faster or rotate because there's gonna be a lot of members stacked here. That's gonna be the wall. I believe they're gonna commit on to A now. Now that this wall is here, Scrub trying to throw a flash through it, but decides not to. It's gonna be Viper. The fight gonna be go out there. No, NCO is very discombobulated. Tech gets 2 feint as well. Scrub gets one, but Jelly Willy's popping off with 3. That's gonna be a 2v1 at the moment with feint. Feint has to clutch out this round if he's gonna win it, but we have Shinwaffle at full HP. They're the last standing member of DPG. Can they win it? Feint has a Vandal in their hand, but is tagged. Playing at this angle. Hell, he gets seen, and Shinwaffle just misses their shots.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that Shin isn't able to get that. There's just too many angles to clear in the 1v1. It's a super good recommit off the Reckoning that Fate is able to do there with the rest of Brookdale. Flood back into the site. Again, we talk about it. It's what this comp does best. Flood retakes on the defense. They do it perfectly. Fate recommits the Reckoning, goes in off the back of it, despite the fact that they had, not even number advantage and, a couple lower guns here. DuPage just aren't ready to counter it, aren't ready for that flood. They end up just getting taken down in the 1v1.
And now we're going to see they're on a very low buy here, trying to save for that next round. Jelly Willy does have their daggers, so you might see some dagger plays out here. Tech going to send a boom bot through the wall, see to get some. Oh, and that's going to be Shinwaffle taking a lot of damage there by the boom bot. We see here, Tech just playing back there. Tech, after jumping out on the site, probably is feeling very confident here now that he got those shots. And Asher just slowly peeking this. See, Harbor is such a good agent. He's so underrated because look at all the pressure he's putting into this choke point consistently throughout the match.
I mean, DuPage have no space here.
Jelly Willy's going to be peeking right into the Reyna. She sees him. And now gets 2. Tries to go for the 3rd. Gets the 3rd. Dubai popping off. Tries to get the 4th. Doesn't quite get it. but does still have another recall. That's gonna be Shinwaffle going down with a 4K for Dubai. Only one left in Jasper with only a classic to their name, trying to peek out, maybe get a pick. But here's Dubai looking mid. Doesn't quite see, does hear the shots. Jasper at 1 HP. They're gonna let Dubai get. Oh, Jasper with a right click straight to his mouth. Gonna stop him from aggressing as soon as he can, but that's gonna be Jasper taking so much damage. There's so many mollies, and he's gonna die to utility.
I mean, yeah, you just get flooded out there. The snake bite, the fragment grenade, it just all runs at you. I will say, good on Jasper for denying the ace from Dubai. I felt like that would have just been like a kick in the pants that's not needed for DuPage. If Dubai is just like, yeah, you know what, I'll just grab an ace. And now we get to see an op come out. Round 6, Dubai picking that op up. I mean, on the other side of things, yeah, but I mean, DuPage really have to try and play around this well.
Oh, look where he's gonna be playing in wine. BCC and NCO is gonna be playing in tree here. We're gonna see some people pushing up here. He's probably gonna get droned out. Here's it. They clear main, but they don't clear wine. It's gonna be Dubai missing a shot there. Jelly Willy going aggressive right on top of his head. Jumps right on top of him, Fortnite style. And now it's going to be, Scrub is going to be running away, trying to clear out the entrance just so he doesn't get pushed through that wall. Now that the Viper wall's down and Jelly Belly gets that pick, they do have an op, but I believe they're just going to leave it in that corner. Shinwaffle still being good, watching the flank here over at B, allowing them to rotate if they need. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Asher is going to take the spike over to B, but we see 2 players from BCC going to be rotating over, especially Tech. Feels something's up. Shinwaffle has the spike, going to be the first to peek, but it has to be wary of this raise here. A lot of noise was made on A. Stars are being brought back for extra pressure. And I believe they're just playing slow. Though the raise is going. They have a free site here on B. It's going to be everyone on BCC rotated over to A. Look at that. Oh, what a shot! Jasper, absolutely amazing shot there. That's going to be a nade come out. I mean, a knife come out just to make sure the site's clear, and that'll do it. And we see that, look at the angles that DPG have here just to make sure pressure is put everywhere. That's going to be a very deep smoke put out so that Tech has to push through so much here. We still have 3 members. And now they're going to flood out onto site. Having that cove allows them to leak out. Shinwaffle goes down and Asher goes down. That's the 2 site players going down. But we see DPG are going to be trying to explode onto the site. That's going to be the lineups from the KJ. Not going to be an effect. Jasper sneaks through the cove and gets 1. Jasper as well gets a 2nd. 3rd, Fang gets 1. And that's going to be Jasper with a 4K. What a great round for Jasper here. Clutching out that 1v1 there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to see, especially from you know, a considerably more clutch role, right? I put that in quotes. Like a more clutch role of the Astra, of that controller player. Jasper, she did a really good job at just playing around the site in that post plant and being that kind of lurker, right? We saw her over towards Catwalk in that round, getting a lot of impact frags, and now DuPage kind of get rewarded here by taking that off out of Dubai's hands, and now Dubai's only down to a Guardian. As
well as Jasper making so much pressure on A with the taking back of the smokes. They had to assume they were there, so they got a free side on B and got 3 crossfires. Here is the... Oops, not quite. And there, she almost gets it taken away, but that's going to be Tech not getting much on the showstopper. Shinwaffle just going to be looking mid here. We see a 5 stack of everyone on DPG here at B. Wait, I just realized. DPG lost that round.
Wait. Oh.
They got the plan off.
Oh.
They got the defuse.
Wow.
Yeah,
that went completely under my radar.
Fate got the defuse. I'm looking. It should be 3-3 at the moment because it's round 7 right now that we're playing. But no, it's 4-2. BCC clutched it and got the ninja defuse.
Dude, that went completely under the radar because it said clutch, and I was like, oh, okay. Jasper won the clutch. No.
There's the division wall. Jelly Belly taking a little bit. Oh, Asher gets a kill on the feint. And Shinwaffle gets one trying to push out through the wall. Tech's going down. And that's going to be a plant onto B site here for DPG. Oh, Dubai just barely snags a rifle. Jasper has to be relatively careful here. Actually, playing behind this wall is good. Have the gravity well up on everything, right, Spice? Okay, everyone's suppressed. Jasper isn't there. Gonna be going in. Look at that pick. Shin Waffle playing lane beautifully there. Jasper is still playing main. Has a little bit of a wall here. They know they're there, but doesn't clear the corner in time. Jasper gets one on the NCO, but Jasper's going to get traded out by Scrub. A 1v4 for Scrub at the moment. Oh, gets one onto Jellywelly. Scrub has a lot of angles to clear here. Fragmentation grenade as well. Almost has his position revealed. And that's going to be Asher at the back of Boathouse, sending a bullet through his brain. And that's going to be DPG getting that round back that they accidentally lost in the previous round.
There was a moment there where I actually thought for a second we were about to see a 1v5. Like,
yeah.
I was kind of scared. It didn't come through. Thankfully, the remaining players on DuPage were able to kind of reset themselves, say, we have a 3v1, we don't need to peek, we can just maybe jiggle for info. And they do it perfectly. Time goes in their favor. And I mean, now coming into this, I have to highlight Jasper, right? 11-4 on the Astra.
Is going absolutely crazy this game. She is in that controller role. My preferred role is the controller. Oh, we see a judge on the side. I just realized this is a very eco round for BCC. Jellywelly gonna try to get a pick there before. Oh, Jellywelly gets two. Tech almost got one with a judge. Now a lot of members of DPG are gonna be low. That's gonna be NCO caught out, but the triple headshot on the Jasper absolutely deletes her. Scrub and Dubai are gonna be trying to push on the site here. Met with Shinwaffle. Scrub goes down. Shinwaffle gets two, but NCO has a Vandal. Honestly, if they die here, they get their ult, so they're not too pressed. Asher's at 1. Jellywelly is low as well. Oh, that's going to be a headshot through a wall, putting them down to 12 HP. Jellywelly just going to be peeking, overextending, but that's going to be enough. Gets that peek, gets the 3K, and that's going to be a round again for DPG. Very fast, like lightning, blink, you'll miss it.
Yeah, and I mean, something that you have to say there, good on DuPage, but in terms of that play from NCO at the end, you might think to yourself, oh, well, it was an eco round out for BCC, NCO got their hands on a rifle, maybe they just back away off this. Honestly, the play for exits there, you're exactly right when you're talking about it, right? Being able to bring that Viper's Pit online means that, you know, you're able to use it in this round, which is your full buy anyways. And, you know, you look at the ults on the side of Brookdale, and, I mean, it's super strong ults. Null Command, Reckoning,
Definitely.
Viper's Pit.
The null command is definitely interesting here, but we do have a lockdown on the side of DPG to really just secure a round, even with all the ults. We're gonna see Jasper gonna be making some. Oh my goodness, Jasper in the belly of the beast. Oh, just gets the one, gets Dubai, swings out. Jasper deep in enemy territory, swings out, gets another. Scrub gets a third. Jasper going absolutely crazy. Right in the middle of every enemy, and that's going to be B taken for free here as the lockdown's going to flush out Feint. Cannot stay there. Jasper clearing out half the roster of BCC all by themselves. Being absolutely a king, trying to go for a fourth, and maybe gets a little bit greedy there and gets taken down by Fate.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, though, she won the round. She won the round for DuPage here. Asher... maybe gonna potentially just pick up a couple more here. That's one.
Look at that headshot. Swings out a little bit before his gun actually pops out. Now it's gonna be a 3v1 scenario. There's a Viper lineup for you. Puts it right in the back. Doesn't quite get the exact spot for it. And look at that triple firing squad. Good luck getting out of that one.
Yeah, I almost feel like those two remaining players at Fate and NCO should just opt to save, because now you're pushed down to another eco. I mean, DuPage have won the last 3 in a row. Sure, you're going to be able to have Dubai try and hero rifle up here, but is that really what you, like, is this really where you're kind of sitting right now?
Yeah, we also have to think, if they lose this round, I believe we're almost to the halfway point.
Yeah, we're 3 rounds out from the half, and DuPage, you know, if they win this, which... you know, all theory says that they should, you know, it becomes guaranteed 6-6, and for a map that skews defender-sided like Ascent, that's a little scary.
It definitely is, and I believe that DPG here have just a better defender comp. They have the KJ, they have the Astra, they even have the Sova for information and denial of diffuser. So, I mean, of bomb. So this is really... in the favor of DPG here. Look at the Sova lineup, going to be hitting all of mid, making sure they can't really engage there. Does get one, I believe, onto Tech. Gets a ping. but they have to be wary because of these shotguns. 3 members of BCC are using the Bucky. 1 tap territory for everyone on DPG's side. Fate here with the Sheriff. Going to be playing very slow mid. Shinwaffle as well playing here. Trying to clear out line. They have suspicion. We know that multiple rounds DuPage sits here. So you're going to throw a nade actually there. Oh, right onto her, and that's going to clear her out definitely. And she gets blinded at the same time. That's going to be going out. Scrub playing very aggressive. That's going to be DuPage getting 1, getting 2! Getting very much so the value that she needs of this Vandal. DuPage gonna be taking a lot of damage here. That's gonna be Rice Spice going down to Scrub. The trade does happen, and there Asher gets one other. That's gonna be Tech getting the kill, and now it's a 1v2 scenario versus Feint and Tech against the music. They're gonna, one gets a Vandal at the moment. Jasper, if they get Feint here, they have a chance. Only 7 seconds left in this round. Jasper has to make a hero play to try to get them, but they're not gonna let this happen, and that's gonna be Feint just gonna be poking out, and that's gonna be them running away. And DPG loses against an eco.
Yeah, it's almost a thrifty. It's not exactly because there were one too many Buckies bought up for it to be counted as a thrifty, but DuPage, I mean, it just felt like they had such a good idea and a grasp over how to get that A control. But, you know, this is when that lurk from Jasper really starts to bite them in the butt here, where, you know, Jasper, she's so removed from the play that's going on the site. You want that heavy hitter there. And, you know, with all of those Buckies being able to snuff out the hit on A, it didn't come through. And Jasper's left in a 1v2 that's unwinnable due to time.
And DuPage as well, popping off that round, getting 2 with their Vandal with that clutch. It was a really good call buying that even on the eco round. They are able to buy this round as well. We're going to see the Empress is up for them, so if they want to pop off like they did before, they definitely can. Jelly has knives and Asher with the Hunter. Fury. Jasper are going to be slotting themselves in the corner, and Jelly as well. Waiting for this wall to go down, checking the corner. Playing very cautiously, and they're going to peek into Tech. Oh, first, they're going to be the drone. Calls out that they're there. Jelly is going to be peeking, but there's going to be a nade. Might be doing a lot of damage to Asher here. Doesn't quite get enough damage on them. Jelly going to be dashing in. DuPage taking a lot of damage from that Nano Swarm. That's going to be Asher closing door, but not before DuPage pops out, gets 1, and they have to be very afraid here. Right Spice gonna be taking down DuPage. Does get the pick there. Scrub gonna be flashing Shinwaffle, but he's gonna get taken out and traded by Rice Spice. A 3v1 at the moment. Jelly Shinwaffle on point. That's gonna be the round, getting clutched out by Shinwaffle and Rice Spice. Not really clutched, there's 3 people up there, but making sure that the person on catwalk does not do anything, or lane as it is called.
Yeah, not really a clutch, more of a clinch, if anything. You know, just confirming it.
It was
saying, no,
this
is our round.
I was headshot by Shinwaffle.
It really was. I mean, you have to mention it there, Rice. Not a lot of frags, but what they are impact frags. Being able to take out DuPage after popping that Empress, you know, it just prevents it from getting online. It prevents it from really starting to steamroll. You only get 1 with it, and then you're out. So, you know, DuPage guaranteed half.
DuPage gets 1, puts on the 30 HP. Jelly goes down. That's their space maker. That's their entry. That's gonna be very difficult, and then we're gonna see NCO is not gonna get cleared, and that's gonna be them walking right into the back of the judge, and that's gonna be Jasper trying to get 1, does get 1, but Jasper's put down to 1 HP. Shinwaffle peeks right into a Spectre and goes down, and now it's gonna be a 4v2 situation with Jasper at 1 HP, and everyone else has rifles. Jasper's still low. This might be a tied up half. Asher, actually no, it's a 2v4, my bad, I didn't see Asher was alive. He does get 1, but does get cleared out. Feint's gonna get that kill. Jasper's at 1 HP, getting spammed through the smoke, and that's gonna be DuPage taking down Jasper and getting a 6-6 going into defending.
I mean, that's what listen, at the end of the day, DuPage had a Vandal, so that round was still in question for Brookdale. And now we're coming into this round. We're coming into not just this round, the second half, and we were tied up 6-6. Obviously, everything starts with this pistol, but beyond that, what I want to see from DuPage here is I want to see DuPage really kind of like play for retakes a lot. What Brookdale's gonna want to do is they're gonna want to do a lot of really heavy executes that burns a lot of utility. They don't have a lot of post plant utility, so if DuPage can just back off sites and, you know, make sure that they can retake with all their utility and their numbers still intact, that should be very good signs for that defense. But of course, BCC can prove me wrong at any point.
Definitely can. Dubai is going to be peeking mid here. Probably just going to be walking through this wall. Flashes come out. But that's going to be a little bit of a nanobot going to stop them. And that's going to be a flash as well. Now going to be all pushed back. Look at this aggressive push mid here. Harbor wall going to be going up. And they're going to be pushing right into spawn. Going straight to A. Yep, going into A as they throw a nade back, but there's going to be shot in the back a little bit by Shinwaffle. Shinwaffle probably calling for rotates here on to A as they're going to get the map flipped on them. Defenders attacking and attackers defending. This is going to be the wall going out here. And then the orb going to be stopping Shinwaffle from getting any LOS on to BCC. I believe Shinwaffle's heard here by Dubai. A little bit shuffling around would give away their position.
I actually think Shinwaffle's been really good. They've been really good at just staying completely silent, so...
Get some picks here. It's going to be a triple swing. Dubai does go down. Shinwaffle does get one. Asher with another, and that's going to be a Jelly Belly dashing onto site. Tech is going to go down through that Viper wall. Now the Diffuse is going to be starting as it's a 2v1. And Diffuser killed. That's going to be 3, 4 killed on the side of BCC. But Shinwaffle does get another. Faint. With only 26 HP, peeks out, Shinwaffle's unaware and gets the headshot.
Wow, what a well-played round from Fate there. Like, the being able to just sneak around that high tide. This is what this double controller is really good at, and Harbor especially, is Harbor's really good at dicing up sites and kind of creating his own personal angles. And you saw it off of the back of the high tide, goes around it, sneaks around into his own little pocket of the site, then peeks out, backstabs 2 of the players that are trying to hit the site from DuPage, and then in that 1v1, at the end of the day, it's just positioning that gets you the win, and BCC now looking good, and have the round lead for, I think, the first time in the series.
I believe they do. And I would say also the NCO on BCC also really did well defending that spike, did get that Viper's bite, snake bite even, my goodness, onto the diffuser, the spike. And did get a pick with it as well before they went down. So really that a post plant defense was just really good on the side of BCC. And now we're going to see that again on a bonus round. Not really a bonus, but a light buy for Dubai. And Jasper, Jelly, Shinwaffle, Asher, and Rice Spice are not exactly great on the money. A slow push towards A here, very quiet. And there's the noise coming out as, look at this explosive attack. That's going to be 2 defended, but that's going to be Rice Spice getting 1, and that's going to be Jelly Belly actually going to go down there. They do pop the door, and now they're going to have the site. Now it's going to be 3 remaining members. 2 of them are going to be peeking their head out here, Heaven. It's going to be a wall. They're going to get just absolutely, just look at this utility spam right on top of them. There's not really much we can do. Shinwaffle going to be breaking this door. Really not much they can do here unless they want to walk into a Vandal. That's going to be Faint getting Jasper, now put down to a 2v4 situation. Shinwaffle unable to really find anything as there's too many angles here. They're going to peek out and just get beamed. That's going to be 1 for them to scrub, but I think it's too far gone. They're going to have to just go for exit picks here and make sure that the guns of BCC stay on the ground. Shinwaffle also dying to spike there just for that little extra money.
Well, and the big thing there as well is, you know, Dubai is the one that falls. That's the Vandal taken out. So you're going to see that reinvestment come in, potentially from Dubai. And so that's really kind of huge because now Dubai is forced into a situation where, like, if you lose this round on the side of BCC, you're going to be able to maybe afford 1 rifle, maybe 2, technically, with the way that Scrub and Tech have kind of bought up. Whereas on the side of DuPage, you have full rifles across the board, and it seems that DuPage maybe want to take a bit more of an aggressive play towards mid.
Oh, look at this. The Reckoning, that's a cleared site. Not much you can do against that. They're just going to have to run, flee up to heaven. Look at the aggressiveness of this site. A Boombot, a Leer, a Wall. Oh, and that's going to be Asher and Shinwaffle getting 2 actually through the door. As they were trying to go on the site, the explosiveness of it didn't quite lead into BCC's favor. They do have the spike down. Shinwaffle gets another. Asher gets 1 more. That's going to be Tech getting 1 kill, but they're surrounded and outgunned. Jelly Welly getting that pick onto Tech. Look at this fast round. That's going to be the defuse going out. Fast hit, fast retake.
That's what I said. That's what DuPage need to do. They need to accept the fact that BCC is going to look to just run you down. And if you can give up the site, say, sure, burn whatever utility you want to clear out the site, we're just going to push back in, and you're not going to be able to settle in time. It's one of the issues that they had in that pistol round was the retake took so long to come in that Brookdale was able to get a little bit of time to really position themselves a bit better for that post plant and really start to stall out some of those players on DuPage. But now coming into this round, Brookdale, you can see, because they chose to invest in that last round, they're forced down to an eco.
Yes, I'm going to see a lot. Again, old guns going to be bought on the side of DPG. I will say BCC just absolutely exploded all of their util onto that take. So just like you were talking about, they played that perfectly and were able to really just outpace them. It's just like if you use an ult, you kind of just like run away, just like, okay, whatever. You just wait.
And they actually did use an ult. They used the Reckoning from Fate off the on that round.
There's going to be no ults on the side of BCC or
No ults in
DPG for that
general.
matter.
Yeah.
I'm going to see a rotate over to B here. As I believe a little bit of noise is going to be made A just to keep 3 members. We see a 3 stack on A. I believe, yeah, they're going to throw util A. Fake an A hit and go B is what, yeah, that's a great play. Now those 3 members are just going to sit there on the side of DPG, and they're actually not going to run into a stack. Oh, but that bot gives it away. But I think too little too late. Shinwaffle gets the spike down. Look at this spot. And now, oh, Shinwaffle gets Dubai as well. This is exactly what you're hoping for. Shinwaffle absolutely holding down the line. That spike being put in such an unreachable spot. They're going to try to clear out the corner to try to get this spot. But that's going to be a 2 you're going to be running into. And Fate does get one on the Rise Spice, but going to be scrub peeking and getting taken down by a wall of DPG. And that's going to be DuPage taking that round, putting themselves even with BCC.
Yeah, and you know, now when we talk about ults, I mean, the best ult in the game, I think in this lobby at least, being that lockdown is available for Shin. And the reason I say that is because normally when we talk about standard Ascent meta, you would have a Sova's Hunter's Fury to counter a lockdown. But in the case of Brookdale, they don't have that Hunter's Fury to really compete. So if Shin decides to place down that lockdown, Brookdale just kind of have to hold that. They have to accept that that is space that DuPage just get.
Unless Tech has an absolutely nutty nade lineup we don't know about yet.
It's possible, but I haven't seen it. You know, I'm a Reddit lurker. I go on the lineup Reddits all the time. I haven't seen anything too crazy on Ascent. So unless Tech has... Ooh, hold on.
Tech has Tech. Oh, look at that Jelly Welly and Jasper peek and get 2. Smokes are going to be down for DuPage, but the B hit's going to come out. But it's going to be BCC down 2 members. They do have the spike and going to be putting it down back site. They clear site very quickly here, but they don't know that all members of DPG are off site, lurking, waiting for their time to strike. Spike goes down. Again, 4v3 situation here. BCC not out of it, especially if Tech gets a quick pick here on the Jelly Belly, trying to parkour, doesn't quite get it, puts the boom out there, and that's going to be put down to a 1v3. Only Asher left, does get 1, but cannot lead to get a second. Look at that. Amazing play there by NCO on the side of BCC.
Well, and it's something that, you know, the BCC guys do really, really well, which is they say, all right, you know, we just got pushed down a main, so we know that's probably their more aggressive, stronger site. So, you know, that B site, you have the Killjoy, and I guess, you know, technically you had the KO there, ready to try and stall, but because DuPage are so used to playing off site, you know, BCC, they get caught off guard, or they're able to catch DuPage off guard there with a pop hit, and it just works perfectly.
There's that Odin you love and see on Ascent, put in the hands of none other than Sova. Who would have guessed? But we're going to see also the money situation for BCC. They're all in a very interesting situation as Dubai and Scrub have to buy light shields with only 250 creds in the bank. So if they die, they cannot buy next round. But again, we see on the side of DPG, Shinwaffle in dire straits for money, scrounging around the little cents he can find in the middle of the couch cushion, as he's at $0 with a Phantom in hand.
Yeah, I mean, Phantom in hand, so anything's still possible. And I mean, Shin has been going absolutely feral so far in this map, especially for a Killjoy. So
They did break the bot. There's going to be a bot replace. Do get a target hit onto the opposing KO. Now they're just going to be trying to peek mid here just to make sure that no one is getting space they shouldn't have. And I believe this might be an A execute as the wall goes up.
Left.
There's going to be the orb. So only 30 seconds left around. And Tech is going to explode out. Look at that brain of Lear. That's good. But Asher and Jelly Belly do get theirs. That's going to be Asher getting another the Hunter's Fury. Fate trying to push here, does get a pick, but Scrub goes down as well. Now it's a 1v2. 13 health to his name. Fate is probably going to say, I maybe want to keep this gun. Unless, yeah, no, he's definitely, oh, he's going to heaven. Maybe try to get some exit picks, but Rice Spice and Jelly Belly are just going to patiently wait on site. Maybe grab that Odin? No, I don't think they are. Now it's going to be, again, set to even, and now we're going to have a pause on the side of Brookdale.
yeah, Brookdale taking that tack time out. I mean, you can see it. Something that's really important to talk about within the context of a game is like kill differences. So we can see on the side of DuPage, right? The top of the leaderboard, and actually most of the leaderboard for DuPage, it's relatively even, right? Jelly Belly at 18, Jasper at 17, Asher 15, Shin 14. But on the side of BCC, it's Fate at 20 and 9, and then their next highest player is Dubai at 14 and 16. So, you know, we talk about BCC and what's kind of been getting them across the line, especially like so far. It's been largely hero plays. We talk about Dubai getting a 4K, Fate getting, Fate going huge and getting like 3 kills in a round and winning an insane clutch. NCO having a couple moments of brilliance. But on the side of DuPage, sure, you've had those moments. Like, you've had those moments where Jasper out of nowhere is like alone stranded on an island and finds 3. But overall, it feels like it's been very even in terms of participation from DuPage. Whereas with Brookdale, we're getting a little bit less so.
That I would have to agree. Fate is on that controller role is definitely having an impact with that harbor utility. Again, I think, just my opinion, he's the most fun agent in the game for me when I play him. But oh, look at that! They ping the spot and they're going to be spraying through it, but they don't get any damage done to them. They're going to be exploding on the side. Asher gets one though. He's going to be flashed and discombobulated. We're on the side. Tech is kind of holding the door here, making sure no one can push through. But Asher does slot himself into the back of sight. Asher reloads his gun. Looks out the sonar. Does get peeked out. He's going to be shooting. Does get one. And that's going to be Fate. The top frag for BCC going to go down. Tech does get one. Shinwaffle just eludes capture. And that's going to be Shinwaffle going down. But that's going to be a Viper's Pit and a 1v3. Can NCO clutch it out? Playing on the edge of his Viper Pit. Here's one, does peek out, but that's going to be Jelly Belly. What a shot. Flicks right over to his head and removes that Viper's Pit from the game.
I thought we were about to see a repeat of a round that happened just a little while ago where we would see Rice swing an angle that's a 50-50, lose the 50-50, and peek the wrong side, and then Shin just immediately follows, and then a player on BCC just gets a double spray down for free. Thankfully, that doesn't come through as Shin realizes where Rice died from, and they peek the angle properly. They're able to get that kill onto Tech, and then the retake comes through as needed for DuPage to find 10. And now economic talk for a second. BCC back down to an eco. They're going to be giving up an 11th, and then from there they need 2 in a row.
I wouldn't say they're giving up an 11th quite yet. We've seen BCC win eco rounds out of nowhere, mainly due to Fate absolutely popping or Dubai. So we're gonna see again. Eco round does not mean BCC are quite out. We've seen them win at least 3 eco rounds. So we're gonna see. But again, yes, in just economic standing, DPG should be able to easily close out this round. But again, they're playing smart, making sure they're stacking properly, not gonna be swinging by themselves. Fate checking this angle, making sure he's not gonna get peeked. The spike is gonna be on the B side. They're going to be trying to make some noise A, force out some stars, maybe a sonar, just so they can go. Jasper and Shinwaffle just playing from spawn. It's very interesting on Ascent. You see a lot of people playing from spawn because it's one of the safest and best places to rotate. We see 2 players stacked B. That's going to be the wall, and that's going to be the go-ahead. Not quite,
No.
actually. They're being very patient.
Yeah, this is...
Look at this full rotation on the side of DPG. They're unaware.
30 seconds left.
But Jelly Belly knows that there is a possibility that it's actually A, and look at that. The spike is running over to A as quickly as it can. That's going to be Jelly Belly, the only person holding right. Jelly Belly does get 1, does get a second. Look at the read from Jelly Belly holding down the site. It's only Tech on B at the moment, and look at the only 13 seconds left in the round. Oh, Tech does get a nice clean headshot. Dubai going to be peeking here. Does get another, gets a third. Tech, what an insane play. Spike is down. Asher goes down to Tech. A 4K, and Jelly Belly's going to be running away with his life. Now he's gonna peek just to make sure that they can take these guns away. Tech peeks, tries to get the ace. Almost gets the kill, but that's gonna be Jelly Belly with 3 there. Now to 11. Holy moly, that round could have swung so bad if Jelly Belly did not stay A.
Yeah, I mean, not only not stayed A, but also if Jelly didn't get 2 kills there and really shut down that A hit from Brookdale from really coming through, it was a round, I was going to say, where I was about to praise DuPage for being very, very, like, you know, disciplined and not really moving. But then as soon as that cascade comes in, that high tide towards the B site, immediately everyone starts rotating over to B because that's what's kind of been the trigger for these rounds for Brookdale to hit a site. And, I mean, they played it really well. They were able to get that fake off, but Jelly just hit too many crazy shots.
It is a good bet there as well to keep Jelly Belly there because he does have a Vandal, and you've seen that they only have very low because Jelly Belly, flying out of his mind, gets scrub, but he does go down, but Jasper gets Fate, and there's going to be Rice Spice playing here. The flash goes out. There's a pop flash. Dubai goes down. Now what's only left for Tech, who is on site but has no spike. A 3v1, it is possible, but he does get cleared, and that's going to be Rice Spice bringing it to round 12 and a match point.
Super well played from Asher there and towards Tree. Being able to use that utility, delay that sight hit from coming through, delay that pinch from coming through from Dubai, especially in towards Tree. It does beautiful jobs. And, you know, we talked about Dubai being a really powerful, impactful player on the defense for Brookdale, but on the attack, it's just felt very flat from the Reyna. It's felt very one-dimensional, where I'm using these 2 leers, I'm getting this little bit of space, and then you can't really scale off of it. So, you know, maybe that's just to say that BCC need to maybe get a pace change. I don't know, but DuPage looking to pick up map 1.
Oh, look at that. That's some teamwork right there. It does get the straight clear through. Look at this hit straight through mid. We're going to see players still in middle. It's going to be, and Shinwaffle with a lockdown stopping this, but they're going to go in with the showdown, and that's going to be Shinwaffle, the Rosa ult. They don't get the kill, and Shinwaffle gets the pick back. That's going to be 2 down, but Feint goes down. Scrub does get his 1. Now it's a 2v3. Lockdown is shut down. Rice Spice is stuck here on the back of site, but we do have a pinch here coming from Jelly Belly, who is coming from Garage. This is very scary. This round has turned completely on its head, but the Rosa ult from Tech does come out. Very unfortunate there. And Jelly Belly does get 1, evening the odds. It's a 2v2 at the moment. But Dubai with the flank! He almost misses his shot, but does get the 1. But now it's going to be NCO in a very unstoppable position. Look at that! The dash does get him. The daggers come out looking for his prey. I believe there's only 1 spot he could be in. That's back sight, and NCO knows. He's swinging. That's going to be NCO with a clutch on to Jelly Belly. Brookdale just barely winning out that round with the little creds they have.
That felt like a bit of an overheat from Jelly Belly. I'm not gonna lie. That you pop the Blade Storm there, and then you swap back to the Vandal in a 1v1 where you have all your blades available, and you can just right-click someone point blank after you cleared out the whole site, so you know they're playing back site. Maybe that's just me, but I mean, in the moment, I'm sure definitely the pressure's getting to you, and you're not really thinking super clearly. But now you don't have that Blade Storm for any future rounds.
Yep, in the heat of the moment. But again, it is still match point. DPG feeling pretty confident, even though they lost that round. I believe their determination is not deterred. And we're gonna see a mid hit again. Gonna be walking through, tries to break the box, but gonna get the bots destroyed real quick, and that's gonna be a reckoning as well mid. There's no lockdown to stop them this time. That's gonna be them clearing sight, but Shinwaffle does get Dubai, who is on that flank. Rice Spice clearing out here. Scrub has slotted himself into this corner. Hunter Mark Furies go out. Does Mark one, gets a second hit on him. Waiting a second to shoot. Doesn't get a third hit, but does get two. Now they're going to be a lot of targets at low HP. Scrub swings and gets one. Jellybelly goes down. Rice Spice gets his one, gets traded out. It's a 3v2 now. Fate at 1 HP. One bullet will do the job, and NCO playing that backside as they did before. Again, DPG are running against a clock here. Jasper is going to be going down, but goes into Astral Form right at the wrong time. NCO going to be playing up here on this box. That's going to be a Cove coming out, and a lot of utility used to try to cut off this site and get angles. Asher walks right into the crosshair of Fate, and now BCC NCO is going to clear Shinwaffle, and he's going to go down. Another amazing round from BCC.
And it's off the back of Fate and this amazing Harbor utility. I can't stress it enough. Fate has been the player to take Brookdale across the line time and again, and we see it again. Here, the ability to just throw that wall in such a specific way that it forces Asher to peek in an angle that Fate has to, knows this is where they're gonna peek from. It's beautifully played. It's beautifully done. BCC able to bring this all the way to 24 every single round in regulation, and the buy from DPG just isn't that good.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. Shinwaffle with only a judge, and then line. Shinwaffle makes that judge over the line, gets one, waiting for some help from his team as he almost gets Fate down. Fate is at 1 HP as Jasper's waiting patiently. The wall does go up. Asher needs to win that fight, but Tech takes him down. Gets a little bit greedy with that, and that's going to be Jelly Willy from the back. Gets two, gets a third. Jasper gets two from the back, and that's going to be GG getting map one. What a play.
That round ended as quick as it started. That round ended faster than it started even. It was literally like the round started, it was really quiet, it was this really nice mid default, and then boom, it ends. That mid crunch comes through. DuPage able to take it across the line. It took us all 24, but we got there. I mean, I feel like that's some pretty good signs for the rest of the series, surely, that we made it till 24.
All I know is that this is going to be a long series, as it is going all 24 rounds. We saw DPG, a beautiful, beautiful sandwich there. We saw two players playing mid and two players playing spawn. So really, that lurk all the way around so they could just pincer them. Beautiful there. You see all members mid, you call for the rotate. They're not playing fast enough because you have Shinwaffle there with a judge really stopping the ball. And I think we're going to go to the next map. I believe it's No. It's the next map. Quick. Lotus. Lotus is the next map. And that's going to be awesome. But right now, we're going to go to a 5-minute break. We'll be back on Lotus. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay tuned for some more awesome plays. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the NJCAAE Grand Finals between Brookdale and the College of DuPage. We're going to see the next map is going to be Lotus. We see Brookdale here already locked in, but I'm OP Knees.
I'm Ancient Angel, and we're here for map 2. And when we talk about this map, the map of Lotus, it's going to be a little interesting because, again, we see a double duelist comp coming out from Brookdale, Dubai, back on the Reyna. And then on the side of DuPage, Rice actually going over to the Breach. I feel very interesting about, because normally when we talk about Lotus, we think of double controller comps being the meta. And here on both sides, we are getting no double controller comps.
We do see that. In the semis that I casted earlier in the week, we saw Rice play this Breach. I think that's just an agent he's very comfortable on this map. So on Lotus, Breach does have a lot of utility on Lotus, a lot of lanes you can clear. You can clear the connector between A and B. You can clear dunes, the little sand dune. You can clear B main. There's a lot of good utility for Breach here. The main concern, or at least the main question I have, is Brookdale still running that Reyna. I understood it with the Paper X comp on Ascent just because I've seen it before, but Reyna on Lotus, what's your opinion on that?
Well, Reyna's a very snowbally character, and Lotus as a map, especially on this attack half, tends to be like a map that rewards very fast, very aggressive executes a lot. And on the defense, it also does reward a fair bit of aggression. So you're actually going to see that as we see basically a 4-stack here from Brookdale over towards A.
And look at that aggression you're talking about. We see tech, but look at that Breach utility already being in great use, stopping that aggression that we saw that BCC had. But now it's going to be Jellybelly going to be on site already, trying to elude these KJ bots. I believe he's going to push spawn. There's no way. They're pushing spawn. They bird, and that's going to be NCO inspecting his gun completely blind. Oh, Jellybelly trying to get the timing here on Fate. Doesn't, just barely checks his corner, and Jellybelly gets out alive. Just barely. They're going to get the spike down as Dubai tries to get a pick onto Rice Spice. Going to get that pick, and they're going to get that overheal. Tech pushing in. As we see the snowball, Jellybelly gets a third. Dubai as well, very high HP, but Jellybelly gets a fourth. Will he get an ace in the first round? We can't wait to see. And then we're going to see Jellybelly going in. So slowly Scrub just get one. That's going to be Jellybelly with the ace on the first round, sending the message to BCC.
Yeah, especially off the backs of map 1, which, you know, was very back and forth, 11-13. That ace to start things off, Jelly saying, I heated up towards the end of Ascent, and I'm still here on Lotus, makes an absolute meal out of all of those Brookdale players. And now when we talk about the rest of this, you can see the weaponry across the board. Jellywelly full shields and a Vandal. The rest of these players on some Spectres, so still some pretty formidable guns, assuming they're able to carry them into round 3. But for Brookdale, it's damage that counts.
That utility. Just straight into A main just to make sure no one can have rebel control. We see Tech pushing up to even get a little bit more info. If he pushes through this, he's going to be met with a barrel at his face. But I don't think Tech is going to be pushing there. He's just making sure no one's pushing out. The Reyna smoke does go down. Look at the stack. 4 players on BCC pushing out here. It's going to be Right Spice getting some. Same with Jelly. There's going to be Jelly getting 2. Gets a third as well. Trying to go get another. He's going to be all the way on the other side of the map. Rice Spice taking away the ability to get another ace this round.
Yeah, I mean, 10 kills in 2 rounds would have been absolutely insane from Jelly, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't come through that way, and instead it's NCO to go down to Shinwaffle. That's literally a flawless anti-eco for DuPage, which means they're going to have basically a full bonus into this round. So economically, things are looking phenomenal for DuPage.
That was just a textbook start right there. But also, something interesting just to think of here. Brookdale picked this map. This is their map pick. So they're not doing exceptionally well in these first couple rounds. So thinking that maybe DPG might have the upper hand here on Brookdale's pick. And they're going to go for that next bonus round.
full bonus. No one buys anything, because, I mean, a Spectre can still do a fair bit of damage if used correctly, so... You know, now it's really all about setting up Jelly with that rifle in towards the C site as this hit's about to come in.
They don't quite take out the microwave setup. Actually, I think they do one nano swarm taken out. Now we're going to see a flash coming through into spawn. Asher right here at the back. Look at this. The showstopper comes out and gets a pick onto Dubai. Jellybelly does not get traded out there. It's actually going to heal back to full HP. Jellybelly once more, but NCO is going to turn down the heat. Gets out of the kitchen as quick as he can. NCO again going to be peeking here in just a moment. It gets full flash. Asher out for blood to avenge his teammate. Goes down, and Shinwaffle does get the refrag. That is good, but now it's a 3v3 situation. Even here, as Fate's going to set up some stars.
Oh.
Catches him in the back at 2v3. Oh no, Fate does take some damage here, and there's a lot of pressure onto the Spike. Rice Spice gets a pick with a Spectre here. This is very dangerous for Scrub to push into. Scrub's not going to be able to get the kill. He does get one with a pistol, and then Rice Spice does it back. That's going to be the Spike going down, and that's going to be Rice Spice not going to be able to escape. But with all those credits saved up, I don't think he's too bad over going down there.
Not at all. That was a bonus round for DuPage. They win it just barely, but they get it through, and with 4 Spectres, you know, that's definitely a bonus worth taking. You know, and on the side of Brookdale, you're back down to another eco. Sure, Fate able to save across that Vandal, but within this round, we look at the ults that are slowly starting to come online for both sides. You know, DuPage, after burning that showstopper, they're already starting to work towards another one. It's looking good for DuPage so far on this attack half.
I will say it is, and now we're just going to see, again, another stack on A. Man, they do watch a lot of Pro League, because this is a lot of what Pro League players do. They stack A to make sure that Rebel Control is completely taken over so that no one can go A. Because I believe A is just such a hard site to retake.
I could see that, yeah, especially with the comp that BCC is running. Oh.
Dubai, a great shot. Peeks B main, gets a pick, runs away and scurries over to A. Look at this stack. Stack versus stack, but we see, I believe BCC's in a worse position. They're not going to understand. There's a stinger right here. Scrub gets one. Shinwaffle. Scrub gets another. That's going to be Jasper and left in a 1v1 now. Is that stack versus stack? We see a line of dead players on the side of DPG. Jasper can win this, but with close range, NCO has a chance with this Bucky, and he does get it! Jasper goes down to the Bucky of Brookdale, and that's going to be an eco win.
Oh,
this is the Brookdale motto. It's any round that we should win, we don't win. And any round that we shouldn't win, we do win.
That was just a really good play there by Brookdale, still staying in that stack. Because again, if one person goes, that's like the really difficult part when you have all of those people together with low tier guns, is that one sheriff, it's not that bad. 3 sheriffs, that's a one shot if every bullet hits you.
Yeah, and you know, now coming into this round, it's kind of a back-breaking round in terms of economics for both teams, as you know, no matter what, one team will be ecoing after this.
Scout destroyed.
That is true, and again, Rebel Control taken by BCC. That's going to be a flash. What a beautiful flash. There's going to be Tech having to back off, but does get away just in time. Jasper doesn't quite swing and shoot. The Tech does get away. Jellybelly putting some pressure onto C. Just look at the map-wide pressure here. That's going to be the Alarm Bot and Nano Swarm going down in just exchange for a Boom Bot. Dog goes out. Does get destroyed, but does see Dubai. That's going to be a flash up high. The cabbages are ready in the pocket of Asher here. Probably going to be throwing them out to try to get some good information after the rotates. Tech, look at this setup here. Jasper doesn't quite get one, and that's going to be Rice Spice, but Jasper does get the re-peek, and that's going to be Scrub going down to Jasper. These flashes are so good. The cabbage does go out. Shinwaffle gets it down. Shinwaffle does get picked, though. Now it's just 1v4, and that's actually going to be all of them down. DPG just gets surrounded and collapsed on that angle.
Yeah, it just kind of felt like DuPage were waiting for some sort of push from Brookdale. And it never came through, right? BCC staying super calm, saying, you know what, we got our rebel control. That's really all we need. We don't need to force any sort of issues. And DuPage just get caught out on that fact, and the time became so much of an issue and on how low it got. They kind of just had to push somewhere. And because they didn't really have time to methodically clear it, they got punished.
Something I'm noticing, so they are doing a good job of breaking that alarm bot C, but I don't think they've been breaking that turret B very often, so... Oh, what a shot from Tech. Oh, we just go into this play... So B is basically uncontested the entire time, so they can just stack A, as we see here, because there's no one on B, the turret isn't broken, and there's no one on C, that turret isn't broken. So KJ can just stay on that side of the map while everyone else stacks A. Now we're going to see one player down.
I mean, the other thing as well, you're talking about breaking that turret. There it is. Jasper being able to do that, it forces some of the pressure away from the C site. You can see that they're leaving it completely open, allowing for any sort of, you know, big aggressive pop execute towards C.
Believe.
And that's where the spike is headed.
Trying to destroy this microwave setup, but having some trouble. Waiting for their team to group up. Destroys the alarm bot. Nano Swarm does get popped instantly. They cannot push through that. Nade does go out. Now we're going to see Dubai flood on with that Empress from the flash goes out. That's going to be a nice shot from Jelly Belly. Dubai peeks out with a Leer. Doesn't quite get a pick. And Tech is actually going to get one. Dubai gets another. Now it's going to be a 2v4. Right Spice left to defend by himself. Shinwaffle gets the pick, but Tech gets a 4K from the flank.
So it's been 3 in a row from both sides so far. And coming into this round, you know, you really want to see what these squads are going to be able to do with the ults now starting to come online. Tech and Fate both have ults online for them, and it's Cosmic Divides on both sides, but Shinwaffle does have the lockdown, so potentially you could see something, you know, potentially a big play be made and execute off of that lockdown potentially. We're about to find out, but it seems that it's going to start with a Clash in A main.
I think they're going to be pushing for this orb if they can. That's going to be some utility. Jelly Belly taking the side of Rebel as quick as they can. If Breach gets an orb and gets an ult point, they take A site for free. Asher going with the dog, doesn't see anything. Now they're going to be playing. Again, Breach walks up here, gets this orb, they clear A, and then that's basically it. I think their plan is to execute A after getting this orb. Going to be getting it now. Smoke goes away. Jelly Belly going to be peeking just a little bit here. Some spam through. Rice Spice probably on the call to use his ult. Jelly Belly waiting patient. Oh, I think they know that Breach has his ult online. They're just waiting backside. There's a Cosmic Divide. And there's the Breach ult. Forcing everyone off under the backside and onto the other side of the Cosmic Divide. No one is going to be on site here at the moment. That's going to be a flood onto A, and the spike is finally getting its way over there. Dog is going to be sent through the Cosmic Divider to get some information. Also, there's a showstopper. Jasper's at 1 HP. Jelly Belly goes down. Jasper's still at 1. Gonna get a pick onto Tech before going down, and now it's going to be a 2v4, but the Killjoy lockdown is here. Going to be getting shot through the wall, but I believe it's going to hit every member, and that's going to be... Oh, it gets destroyed through the wall just in time. Now it's going to be Shinwaffle left in a 1v3 clutch.
Nah, the round's over. BCC stuck it.
Oh, they did stick it. They were confident in their teammates just destroying that lockdown through the wall, and that's going to be a timeout on the side of DPG.
Yeah, DuPage needing to take that timeout. It's been a real, like, a kind of sloppy attacking rounds, you know, so far. I feel like that lockdown needed to come in way earlier than it did. Like, Shinwaffle needed to pop that as soon as utility started being traded back and forth to really delay and kind of prevent BCC from gaining any value off that utility. That's one of those minor things that does, you know, eventually get, like, mentioned over time. But for the rest of this half, I just want to see, you know, a more default setup. And I want them to be a bit more aggressive in how they're poking. Because right now they're being really passive and they're not taking a lot of space. And so BCC is kind of able to win off of that because they're like, well, we know where DPG is going to go because when they go, they commit.
Definitely, and I liked the take of Rubble, that explosive take with the Rays satchelating out to take that side of Rubble to kind of counter what we've been seeing from BCC. I like that little back and forth. So we're gonna see if they can try to do that a little bit more, get more pressure on the A, try to get more members of BCC away from the other two sites. Because really, how you want to play a 3-site map is try to just lure people off of their site so you can hit the weakest site possible. We see DPG just running into stacks constantly on this map. See the start
Yeah.
flash and a bot.
Shinwaffle does have a Phantom here, so anything's possible.
Definitely indeed. Oh, the bots are going to get destroyed pretty quickly here. No microwave setup here for NCO at the moment. Jasper waiting patiently on B. Again, with this turret still up, they know no one can be B, but they know... Oh, you see, Roach is coming out here, only in Dubai and NCO here to try to hold down the fort. There's going to be some nanotechs going down. Shinwaffle gets one. Jasper does go down, though, on his B lurk. NCO's running for his life, running away, but does have the lockdown for the retake. I believe he's waiting for the perfect spot to pop it. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. Yep, there is the lockdown. And now it's going to be all of DPG trying... Oh, that's going to be the aftershock. Going to destroy it. Or at least do a lot of damage to it, at least. Defender KJ has been pushed out of it. And that's going to be one member going to be detained. And now it's going to be a 1v2 for DPG. That's a showstopper! And that's going to clear off the diffuser. And now it's left up to Rice Fights. It's halved. Does he know that? He doesn't quite get the angle in time. And that's going to be a defuse for BCC.
Yeah, that half just really kind of pushes it over the line. If Rice swings that, maybe without the stun, there's a comment to be said there that maybe that round goes another way. But, you know, because you're able to get that half off, that Tech is able to stick it to the half, the time just isn't really favoring DuPage. They're down 5-3 now. Good thing. They do have full rifles again. Maybe Asher ends up dropping to a Spectre, but it's kind of okay considering the scoreline of the Sky. But something else is this has been kind of a bit of a weak half from them, especially when you consider that Lotus is attacker-sided.
Definitely is. That's going to be the dog getting destroyed and the microwave set from KJ into that corner. Very difficult for them to push through, especially with this alarm bot still up. Alarm bot does go down. Dubai, again, we see the same defaults from Dubai and the KJ. Grub and Tech lurking here, but Jasper might be here to meet them. If he gets these picks, it could be massive for his team, but I think they are aware. Yep, Tech is aware, does get the pick. They do have the sight, though, and the spike down, but every member alive for BCC, this could be an easy retake.
Yeah, especially with all the utility that's still available.
It's going to be a pull and a burst. Tech, blast packs in. That's going to be a flash, but a little bit of anti-synergy there. Rice Spice gets 2 popping off. Shinwaffle gets traded out. Rice Spice as well. Jellybilly gets the refrag, and that's going to be a second for them. And now there's a third. Look at them lining up right into his crosshair. Jellybilly getting fed all 3 of those kills.
And, you know, we talked about it being hero plays by Brookdale on the last map, and now it's just Jelly going in every single time. Kill after kill after kill, hero play after hero play, aces, 4Ks, 3Ks, whatever it needs to be to get DuPage across the line, he's doing it. And now, coming into these last 3 rounds of the half, DuPage, there is still a chance here that they're able to get a 7-5 half and, you know, end up with a lead in this half.
It's definitely the goal. We're going to see a fault line going to be sent down a main. A dog gets sent in return. That little bit of utility only clears the breach. Doesn't see anything else. So that is going to help them in the long run. What is this? Dubai, what is this aggressive push? Asher is going to be able to take down NCO and Dubai. One-man army over there at C. Going to be able to get 2 kills there.
I've got your trail.
And the cabbages get sent out. Fate having to play back. B is getting cleared out a lot. They know no one's going to be on C, so they're going to just go and plant for free.
A nice little rhyme. No one's on C, so they plant for free.
Definitely indeed. I see Shinwaffle playing here. The birds trade out the fault line as well, but that's going to be a massive showstopper if they hit this. Just going to be on to Shinwaffle, only at 26 HP now. The blast pack peak does get the headshot. Right Spice goes down. Scrub wins the 1v1 against Asher, and now it's all up to Jasper. The C, oh, but he gets peeked by Fate. No one's on Spike yet, and that round is going to go the way of BCC.
Jasper just keeps getting caught out at like the worst times. It almost feels like Jasper needs to she needs to place all of her stars at the start of the round and then just never go into astral form again. Because how many times have we seen Jasper throughout this series of only a map and a half get killed while in astral form or coming in or out of astral form?
At least 3 times, and those 3 times have been essential. Down to an eco now for DuPage. Or at least not really, more like a half buy. Most people are buying, others are buying Spectres. But Jelly Belly going to be given the golden gun. Horus going to be given that Vandal to try to see what he can do, because he is feeling himself this round. So we can see what he can do with this Vandal in hand. Again, this microwave setup. Not really microwaves. As you see, the nanoswarm's not really placed yet, but does have that alarm. Oh, and that's Jasper! Gets taken down so quickly by Tech. And that's going to be very difficult for GPG to push anywhere now. Now their smokes are gone this round. Very difficult in the 4v5 situation. But I think they might have gambled the right site if they commit to this. Grub jump peeking for a little bit of information here. Going to be lurking back. I think he might have saw someone. Yep, we see a rotate coming out from Fate onto A. Not quite a stack. So DPG, if they get picks here, they could put themselves back in the round. Especially if Shinwaffle gets that spike down. Shinwaffle opens door. This is very dangerous. Shinwaffle doesn't understand he's there, and that's going to get a pick. Jelly Belly gets the refrag, though. Fate is still locked in this corner. And Rice Spice, without a gun, runs into him. Jelly Belly going to be forced out there. Dubai does go down to Asher. Jelly Belly gets taken down there. Asher gets a third. Now going on for the fourth. It's a 1v1 situation, 33 HP with the spike down. There's going to be the smoke. He only taps it, though, and Asher walks right into Fate. And that's going to be the defuse for Brookdale.
Now Brookdale guaranteeing 7 here. I mean, 8 is ideal for them, but 7 absolutely workable, especially, you know, we talk about a map like Lotus. We also talk about their comp, Double Duelist. So plenty of aggression to be spared for them once we move over to that attack. But it's DuPage. They don't want to give up just yet in this half. You're going to see this last round buy come in. Everyone's going to be on Vandals except for Jasper, and I guess technically Shinwaffle, as they opt for the Phantom. So maybe that says something about the state of the world. I don't know. What does it mean when you pick a Phantom over a Vandal?
It means you're playing on bind usually.
Okay.
Or you're playing into two controllers. But we see on this map, Lotus, you can kind of pick which one ever you want. Usually on controller, I usually pick Phantom just because I like spraying through my own smokes. Dog comes out here. Dubai pops the Empress form, gets a headshot onto Jelly Belly, playing super aggressive here. And they're just stacked on C here. I don't know if DPG should commit to this. Jasper going to be lurking here, but into the loving arms of Scrub, holding this down. Does get some shots off, gets that peek, and doesn't quite go down, but does have the bird. Kind of flush him out. Might see some rotates from DPG. The spike is back in the spawn. They're holding Dune just to make sure that Dubai doesn't get too aggressive.
Oh, look at that timing from Jasper. This is... Oh.
He does get the pick. Look at those shots, and Dubai gets blinded here. He throws out the Leer just to stop the aggression coming back at him, and we see the stars go down, a bird through. But that's going to be a call for a rotate. Now that Jasper has all this space on A, the entire site is devoid of any players. So that's going to be a cosmic divide as well. But we can see Jasper staying here for the lurk, putting down their stars as well. This A rotate, if they get there quick enough, Rice Spice can definitely put this plant down and start making a play with his ult nonetheless. Shinwaffle as well. This round could be in the favor of DPG very heavily here. Shinwaffle, as soon as they can, could put down this ult to just stop them. Jasper
You
playing
shall
underneath here,
run.
doesn't have a good gun. There's a KJ. Look at them, 2. That's going to be 1 going down, 2 going, almost 2 going down to Jasper. Jasper puts him down to 1 HP, but that's going to be a Cosmic Divide. Now they're going to have to try to push
I
to
can't hear
stop
it.
for KJ. That's going to be the KJ detaining 2. And that's going to be the ult also stopping them from doing anything to this spike. And that's going to be a round win for DuPage as they clear out all the members of BCC.
Yeah, it felt like the ult there from, I believe that was Fate, the Cosmic Divide there. It actually ended up, you know, backfiring on Brookdale because they can't destroy that lockdown now. They can't spray through the Cosmic Divide because it blocks all those bullets. So DuPage kind of just get away with a steal of a round. And, I mean, the Rolling Thunder was just for some added flair, really. And, you know, now coming into this half, 7-5, DuPage, you kind of did the bare minimum that on that attack half. So on this defense, you really want to see them step up, maybe try and go for some trap plays in towards that attacking half. You know, you have a breach there, so you can really try and take advantage of you know, a lot of these, you know, maybe aggressive starts that BCC wants to have. We do have a little bit of a tech pause.
Yes,
I
we
think
do.
it's because I chewed through someone's mouse wire. I
That's
got a
usually
little
what
hungry.
happens. You
Yeah.
know, mouse wires, headset cables. You know, even once in a while, an Ethernet cable. If I'm
Oh,
really
I've done
feeling
that before.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's at least my favorite snack when gaming. I just have a few extra of those lying around. So really here, DPG now kind of playing on the back foot on defense here, but I do believe their comp is a little bit more suited for defense. But again, BCC's attack is more suited for attack. So we see DPG gonna have to really be playing very defensive here, but they do the KJ, the Breach, and the Astra with the Raze as well. There's a lot of stall here against Brookdale with this, especially with that Breach, really the deciding difference in the comp here.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely the deciding difference. The Breach versus the Reyna. Every other agent is the same. So we're gonna see who's able to find more value. You can see it's gonna be a battle at sea on this pistol round.
Big stat coming through here. Look at Jellybelly, and Jellybelly gets picked out, but Asher gets a refrag. Fate can't push into that suck, has to go back. Tech gonna be trying to break this bot mid here without taking a lot of damage. Just get hit by 94. There's that bot break, and now we see the KJ has to kind of like play for B a little bit. But look at this. Look at this gamble BCC are doing. And A is completely clear for them. And now they're just gonna be pushing them for free. You know, with a little candle on top, they get a sight. Going to be
Yeah.
NCO lurking through here. Oh, look at this. This could be a bad timing for DPG, but a great timing for BCC. Gonna go down. Gonna be one trying to clear. This is gonna be Asher. He has to assume someone's here. He does! He does assume someone's there and does get the pick, and now it's gonna be Tech pushing Heaven here. A Shin Waffle, that is one way is deadly. Does see their toes, and that's gonna be both of them running right into the guns of Fate and Tech. Asher trying to clear back sight, does get flashed. Scrub with that pop flash is going to try to stop him down, does get him down. Jasper in a 1v3. We've seen him do it before. Can she do it again? Not quite. A Scrub puts her down.
Yeah, that was a little weird player in that one-way smoke there towards Heaven. It was like, oh, they're shooting me through the one-way. Let me back up into that one-way angle so they can see even more of me. It was a little silly. I think it was just kind of the jump scare, the catch off guard that DuPage had to deal with into that round, but that's another pistol that doesn't go their way. We saw it again. I think so far every single pistol has been won by the attacking team. So that's I guess that's kind of interesting, but you know, now it's Brookdale with an 8-5 lead.
They're already fault line this so they can get some good rebel control. Already, look at that flash through. This is aggression. Shinwaffle goes down there. Asher as well. Then they trade 2 for 1. You do get a Spectre now on your very low buy. And now we're going to see Tech trying to get some poke damage. Gets poked a little bit himself. Now at only 94 HP. A little bit of a stubbed toe, but I think he'll live. Jasper with a shorty to his name. Gonna be waiting for Dubai. Look at this. This is dangerous. I don't think Dubai is getting that aggressive. They're really holding this angle, having no really want to push in. Scrub does get a pick on the Jelly Belly, and Rice Spice dies to a nade, and that's going to be the round closed out for Brookdale, going 9-5 in this half. And map.
Well, you know, it's 9-5, so you won the pistol, you won the conversion. It's a 4-round difference. Thankfully, DuPage able to buy up some rifles here. It's a little close, and because of the buy that Brookdale took in that last round, it actually feels almost even, as the only player who's not going to be on a rifle is going to be NCO. So, you know, maybe that's a point of contention coming into this round as VCC's looking for double digits, but DuPage, it's that A aggression again.
Yeah, but you see, they do this aggression and then leave. We're going to see that Tech is going to, again, try to go break this bot that's usually here. Going to be nading back site. The alarm bot is going to go off, and that's going to be a set off for the Nano Swarm as well. That's going to be Fate planning B. That's going to be a very big B rush there as NCO is trying to escape with his life as he gets flashed. The Spike is down, and there's really no defenders in a good position to really push out through that. The Boombot's going to clear that angle so that Jelly Belly can push in a little bit better, but they are going to get sucked a little bit by this Astra. Tech does get Jasper, who's on the flank. Asher is trying to contest with Scrub. Rice Spice and Jelly Belly gonna get two. Jelly Belly gonna get two right there against Tech and Dubai. Scrub pushing through the smoke right into the arms of Jelly Belly. They're gonna go down, but oh, the Spike diffuser is gonna go down, and now it's gonna just be 3 members. But what can they really do against a KJ who's right there? And the Nano Swarm kills them. They have to go on the diffuser. That's gonna be Jelly Belly going on. Asher going down. Oh, to a ghost. What a tragedy. DPG had a great retake up until NCO clutched out the round, playing so covertly, getting 1 pick onto the diffuser, getting a second and a third. What a play from NCO.
I'm trying to figure out what happened there. What went wrong? Was it some miscommunication? Maybe someone was supposed to take care of the Nano Swarm, or that, and you know, 2 people were holding the angle. I don't know what happened, what went wrong, but the time just wasn't there, and now it's DuPage back down on another eco. Brookdale looking for 11. I mean, this is so different than what we saw from map 1.
And definitely different from what we saw from round 1. And that's going to be Asher. What a shot on the Tech. Only 9 HP, though. Can't really heal yourself there. And that's going to be a bot also going to be destroyed. They're Rice Spice trying to get some shots off. And they're going to be fighting for this gun here, it seems. They do the dog. Oh, but that's going to be... Oh, what a shot from Shenwaffle. These Sheriffs are looking like Vandals in the hands of DPG, taking it down to a 4v2. But again, Scrub and NCO do have Vandals in their hand and are looking confident. Jelly Belly still the only person with a gun. NCO peeking out here. Jasper, let's see his aim with the Sheriff. See everyone with amazing aim right now. Oh, look at that! The crosshair replacement with an absolute shot from Jasper. Scrub, the only one left, going to be peeking this. Gonna get pushed in with a stun. There's that fault line, and look at that eco.
Yeah, what a thrifty. Just everyone firing on full cylinders over at DuPage. It doesn't matter that they have Sheriffs, because Sheriffs are basically Vandals if you hit the headshot. So, I mean, what can I say except just phenomenal work here. DPG starting to potentially bring back, you know, momentum into things here. Shutting down Brookdale, preventing them from taking this any further than they, you know, any further than a 5-round lead.
Definitely, and that's crucial here, because now, if they win this round is especially crucial. If they win this round, that's going to put BCC into an eco, and then is going to even the odds, making it 10-8. But let's see how this goes in. This execute already looking good, but that's so much chip damage. Dubai does get a pick, though, on the Shinwaffle, but they're all low HP. Asher's going to get one, but Dubai gets a trade. And now it's going to be a 3v4 in favor of BCC as they get that plant down as well. That explosiveness onto the site. Attacker KJ as well, putting down that lockdown, going to want to secure this round and put it to 11 points.
There is a flank from Jelly here. If he potentially catches out any of these players... Well, it's actually Jasper.
What a play there, and now I believe Jelly Belly gets the Slowly push through here. Does the NCO with the stun, but misses the shot. Doesn't quite get it. The stun isn't enough to stop them. That's going to be a flash, and Jasper gets the flank, and NCO gets another scrub trying to push through here, but that's going to be the smoke, but that's going to be two.
Oh.
Scrub with the double headshot. One through the smoke. What a play.
Another fight? Clean.
What a play indeed. Oh my goodness, Scrub. That's how you take yourself to the top of the leaderboard for Brookdale, and how you take them to an 11-6 lead. It's back to a 5-round lead for Brookdale. And you know, I'm getting kind of nervous for DuPage here. 6 rounds is the most you've gotten. It was only 1 round so far on the defense. Jelly picking up this op now, trying to potentially provide some more stability in towards the C site, but that means that this A site is not going to be very aggressive, but I don't think Brookdale particularly cares.
Ooh, that shot just barely missed by Jelly.
I've got your trail.
I think they're going for another explosive hit here to destroy those boom bots, but that's going to be a slow and stop, a vulnerable as well on the tech, but he is undeterred, and it's going to be going in that nano swarm, slowing down his aggression, but Dubai clearing out sight, and that's going to be them getting C site relatively unavailed. Oh, look at that! What a lineup. Just knows exactly where default is. Going to be shooting right through that. Going to be an aftershock. Look at that. The stun from that fault line. And we're going to see an ult as well. Shinwaffle making that ult look like a paperweight. Oh, NCO does get 2 there, but that's going to be Shinwaffle getting 3. And you're going to be a clear up with that showstopper from Jelly Belly.
That's how you do it. Jelly, what a shot with that operator. Says, you know, what if I just soul read right now and predict that they're planting for Mound, and he does it and it works, and now you look a million IQ. There's also a world where they actually don't plant for Mound, and he misses the shot and then he gets sprayed through the smoke. But luckily, that's not the world we live in. Luckily for Jelly, that's not the world we live in. And now, you know, 21 kills, the better. DPG looking to potentially find 8 off the back of BCC's eco.
Definitely that would put them in a good comeback position at the moment. Looking a little dire, only 2 rounds away from closing out this series, but BCC again on this eco, just like you said, could have a hard time doing that. They're going to be flashing tech here. Unlucky. Asher sprang through the smoke at 66 damage, and that's Jelly Belly putting down tech, trying to push through B main. Not going to happen, especially if your blast pack doesn't quite go the way you want it to. Oh, that's going to be Jasper getting a double spray through the smoke, I'm pretty sure. Gets one, and the other one was lined up right there. That's going to be Fate trying to push through A with the spike, and it was going to be waiting for his teammate, though, as he stares down the barrel of an op. Not quite. He's on B now.
And now is this kind of this pause for Scrub and Fate. They're waiting to see if any of these DPG players get a little too antsy, start to peak a little too much, and then maybe, just maybe, that provides them a way into this round. But this is the poise from DuPage. This is the discipline from DuPage to not overstep their boundaries here. They say, you know what? It's a 4v2 or 5v2 actually. We'll give them the plant. We'll just be able to retake that much better.
That fault line going to be stunning the Astra. Straight up Jasper with another headshot. Look at that. And Fate here with the Sheriff, but that's going to be Shinwaffle spraying him down through the smoke. And going to be a defuse going down, right? All just playing around here right quick, and that's going to be Asher getting that because everyone else already has her ult on. Actually, Jelly Belly because he's closer to his ult. And that's going to be 8 with a flawless. That's exactly what you're looking for on that anti-eco.
Yeah, and now, you know, we start talking about momentum building for DuPage. This is the first time since that pistol round that DuPage has won more than 1 round in a row. Every other time, it's just been isolated little pockets. So, you know, potentially, this is the opportunity for DuPage to really take things around, to really, you know, bring things back in their favor, make things look good again. We'll have to see, but, you know, it's a full buyout for both squads.
But we see, I believe the decider here is going to be the KJ lockout that Shinwaffle has. Jelly Belly getting Nancy peeking again. Dubai sits him down this time. 1 peek too many. Gets some information. Sees 1, sees 2. That's going to be the Nano Swarm. Going to get popped there. That's going to be Asher getting this spray through the smoke, evening the odds. Both raises down for the count. No showstopper here on the side of BCC. Dubai gonna be just walking into B here. We're gonna see the Cosmic Divide gonna be securing them this site. And that's going to be basically a free plant for Fate. Also getting those ult points back online with that plant. Defender KJ ult, though, is going to be in that corner. And that Nano Swarm expertly placed to stop them from aggressing onto this KJ ult. Now they're going to have to just completely play back, as also the Cosmic Divide. Dubai gets a pick, though, running through Asher. Going to get the refrag. 0 players detained, and Jasper gets one on Dubai. Scrub pushing out through here. That's going to get shot down. Shinwaffle does get a pick, and now it's going to be Scrub getting shot out by Shinwaffle, and that's going to be a 3rd round in a row for DPG, but at the expense of 3 ults. 2 ults, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the expense of 2 ults, and they're 2 pretty critical ults, right? The lockdown and the cosmic divide, but at the end of the day, it's kind of how you want to use those 2 ults. You want to use them in tandem, cosmic divide and the lockdown together, because it just creates such a toxic post-plant scenario, and now we actually get to see a timeout come in, I believe, on BCC's side. So they're now looking, they're saying, we want to stop the bleeding, we want to just close this map out, move on to map 3 of Haven, make it a 1-1, because when you make it 1-1, when you get to that kind of scenario where, you know, enemy team won the first map, you won the second, it's basically just a best of 3. And so, you know, now, unfortunately, if DPG take this, if BCC want to win this best of 5, they'd have to get the next 3 maps in a row flawless, and that becomes extremely difficult. So if you're able to stop the bleeding now, get to match point, then maybe, you know, it becomes a lot easier to just find that 13.
Definitely would be a lot easier if they only had to win 1. But I believe DPG are definitely in a mindset to stop this. We see a lot of the players picking it up from what we saw their KD to be before. But again, Jelly just eking out on top with 22 kills and 14 deaths there. And we're going to see everyone on Brookdale kind of has an even KD, all looking around the same, with Scrub only having 13 deaths on their team, of course. And now they're on that eco. So again, BCC have been known to be winning ecos left and right for whatever reason. Jelly does get that op back as well. Best frenzy skin in the game, 100%. Look at this triple smoke mound here from Jasper.
Sorry, hold on. I can't agree with you that this is the best frenzy skin in the game.
Oh, bro, look at it. I mean,
Nah, bro, glitch pop.
Okay, glitch pop is close, but it's a little dragon, dude. Like, look at that.
Yeah, but cool cyberpunk.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I feel like I made my point pretty well there.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice Spice does have that all breach ult. They're going to be able to clear out a site. Really good for retake. I'm going to see Dubai really the only one here with a playmaking gun, other than a sheriff, of course, which can also one tap heads. But again, mainly seen with this guardian. Again, everyone's playing very split, but I believe there's a call for A here because I believe they see a lot on C. A lot of noise is going to be made by Scrub. That position, Jelly does see one. Gets, oh, Dubai. This is scary. Jelly knows, gets tagged a little bit, and is going to be just peeking, just running away. Scrub is still lurking here as they're unaware. They get a call back, and that's going to be the KJ rotating off, but they're going to be running into only Jasper. Jasper has to hold the line here as his team has run away, but he hears a lot of footsteps, going to call for it back. That's going to be that showstopper. Doesn't quite get the pick he's looking for. Jasper does get one, but does get traded out. And that's going to be Tech getting two, one with the Frenzy, one with the Showstopper. And now it's going to be that post-plant scenario. That retake, Jelly does get Dubai. Scrub is looking down, but that's going to be a double headshot from the Frenzy onto Jelly.
There's no time.
That's going to be a
DuPage won the round.
double headshot. DuPage does win the round and stopping as much of the bleeding as they can with his extra kills. DuPage looking to tie this up with a deficit. They had, what, a 5-round deficit, and they've brought it back.
That's insane to me that they've been able to bring this back so far. A 5-round deficit, and now it's a 1-round game. Yes, there's guns on every single member of the server here. And, I mean, ults are technically BCC favored, so, you know, this round, again, according to theory, says BCC, but in practice, we'll have to see what Jelly Welly's able to do with this off.
Especially with that lockdown, it definitely will basically just guarantee a sight. We see Rice Spice did use his ult, so we can't really get an even retake. He kind of used that to just secure that last retake, of course. And now look at this stack onto C. They don't really see much. That's going to be a lockdown, just basically guaranteeing C. Putting it down, but they're not running in quite yet. Making sure, popping a door, having everyone make sure they're clear out of sight. And now with only 2 seconds left, they're going to be going in.
Yeah, make sure that site is completely clear, but it is a 5-on-5 full retake here. Asher looking to be the first contact towards CT, as that's where the rest of BCC want to push.
That flash. Now it's going to be Asher. Getting dogged out. Oh, the dog is scary, but look at all those flash. Right Spice getting another flash. That's going to hit a lot of members of BCC, but Tech gets 2 with his spray, and then he's going to get a spray through the smoke onto Asher, trying to get the refrag, doesn't quite get it. Now it's up to Jasper and Shinwaffle to clutch us out. Shinwaffle starting strong, getting 1, getting Dubai in Empress form, and now going to be trying to push back of sight. They're all put up together. That's going to be Shinwaffle, the only member left. Jasper going down there. He's going to get flashed and peeked. There's not enough time really for him to do much. I believe he's going to just run and save his gun. The Jellybilly didn't really get a lot of value there with that operator.
No, and it was just because Jelly was over towards A. And if Jelly's going to be over towards A, that's fine. But as soon as that lockdown comes in, I want to see everyone on the side of DuPage over towards B and over towards C. It was only, I think, 3 members there. You know, you still had, I want to say, Rice over towards A, and it doesn't make sense when you have that op posted on that line. You know you haven't seen anything, and now I believe it's BCC with their timeout, their last one. They don't want to lose this map. It's 12-10. I mean, if you're DuPage here, what are you thinking?
I believe DuPage is really thinking, okay, so that last round, that last round, I wouldn't be too mad about losing that last round to use the KJ ult, and then it's really hard to retake after a KJ ult, especially with all those sites put up there. I believe that the double spray through the smoke from Tech, actually getting a triple spray through the smoke, that was detrimental between DPG. I believe Asher just had a little bit more trigger discipline, waited for the smoke to go down. He might have got the advantage onto Tech. So really, I believe they're just focusing on these fights that they just lost that didn't really seem losable at that
Let's go
point.
here.
Okay, I think that's a fair point. And now, if DuPage want to take map 2, they have to get it to overtime first. It's 2 in a row that's required of them.
Spike there.
And now we're here, round 23. They haven't even confirmed all rounds of regulation yet.
Alrighty. Tech gonna be throwing out that boom bot early to try to clear anyone. B is gonna get Asher cleared just a little bit. That's gonna be a dog going out as well. Look at that, both drones used on B here. Nade comes out to make sure everyone is flushed back so that Tech can peek this freely. That's gonna be an orb to get those cabbages almost online. 1 orb away. I think they're gonna try to fight for an orb A. Look at NCO slotted at tree almost, right on this door.
In towards that tree door. Asher does not clear this at all.
There's no way he's there. Scrub gets another pick. Jellybilly does start to try to get another. NCO goes down, but Jellybilly caught out to Cabbage. Stops him from being able to reaggress. Now it's going to be a 4v2 in the favor of BCC to close out this map. Oh, and Shinwaffle gets put right into a 3-stack, and that's going to be his head taken cleanly off his shoulders by Fate. And now it's up to Jasper pushing through a smoke. And doesn't the timing.
Doesn't check it. The timing just barely on her side. At this point, it feels like a best of 3 is upon us.
Oh, that's going to be Dubai with a nasty shot, and that's going to be map 2 taken by BCC.
What a map, right? We talk map 1 11-13, and now map 2 is here 13-10. Like, these have been 2 excruciatingly close maps, especially when we're talking, no overtimes yet in this series, and it feels like there's been 6 of them. So, now we come into map 3, Haven. It feels the same as Lotus, but there's still a chance for DuPage to bounce back off of this, right? They took map 1, they took it really close. They lost map 2 really close. There's a chance for them to be able to come in and mentally reset. Op, do you have any words?
I was just gonna say that if a DPG just won more rounds on that attack on Lotus, I think we'd be sitting here at a 2-0 difference at the moment. But DPG just lost some crucial rounds, and they keep losing against these ecos. If they get these ecos under control so they can keep snowballing, DPG's in a good spot to take the series.
Well, that's our expert opinions. We're going to have to send it to a quick break. So don't touch that mouse. Don't touch that keyboard just yet. We will be back after this little 5-minute break for map 3 of Lotus. Or not Lotus, Haven. Oh my goodness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the NCJAAE Grand Finals between the College of DuPage and Brookdale Community College. So we're here in Agent Select. We are now on the map Haven. I'm Opinies.
And I'm Ancient Angel, and we're looking at this agent select, and I'm already super interested. We see on the side of DuPage still Asher opting to run that Sky instead of the Sova, which we typically see on this map. I wonder the reasoning behind that. And then on the side of Brookdale, we do see again Dubai running with that Reyna, and this time instead of Tech being on the Jet or Tech being on that Duelist, it's Fate on the Duelist and Tech on the Smokes.
I mean, it's Omen. He's like essentially a duelist.
A quasi duelist, if
Like,
you will.
like if the Jet goes down, Omen could still TP into a smoke and kind of have the same effect that Jet does. So it's kind of close in comparison, but again, not quite a duelist, but still. And I believe you were talking about that Sky pick on the side of DuPage for Asher. I believe just the information you get with Sky, like, of course, it's not specific, like, oh, there's like 5 people here. You still get the thing where, oh, there's someone here. It's really good when you're playing on A to really get that long control and get that control you need so the attackers don't have all of that space to play between going into sewer and going through main.
And I mean, we talk about this Reyna coming through. I honestly feel like it's been a little underwhelming of the series so far. It's had its moments. Like Dubai has definitely had his moments, but ultimately, I feel like it's come off the backs of Tech and Fate really carrying this squad through. As we get into this pistol round, it's actually Dubai to take first contact. Nope,
Sure,
never mind, it's Fate.
down to 1 HP. We do see some shields being bought from Shinwaffle and Tech here. Going in a more defensive playstyle. Fate does get a lot of damage taken to him. Same on the side of Asher. Again, we saw that bird come out, so we knew that people were going to be long. But now we're going to see Fate probably going to be lurking down into sewers or just going to be going back. We see the bomb is going the side of C, but again, with this KJ turret sitting here, there's so much value with it that she can kind of just sit here. Oh, BCC really playing on this window here, waiting.
Look at where Shin is. So much value here as the side hit comes in.
And Shinwaffle unaware. Fate really just launching it back there. But oh, there's Scrub getting a pick with his shock dart as Jasper gets the refrag on the Fate. Now it's going to be a 3v4. Asher is at 1 HP. Tries to get a timing, doesn't quite get it. NCO takes 2 down, and it's left to Jelly Willy to try to defend for his life, to try to get a couple picks. But he's going to go down to Dubai with a ghost.
Oh, that's how you get it done at the end of it. Hey, if you just have to steamroll your way through a site, then so be it, Brookdale. That's how you get your rounds on the board, especially on this attacking half of Haven, where we know that the defense does tend to get spread a little bit thin across these sites. If you're able to just try and play with those rotations just a bit, then it might just be enough to dislodge that defense for long enough that your site hit becomes incredibly easy. So we're going to have to see what DuPage have to do on this eco to get any damage done.
We did see Shinwaffle. It was very difficult for him to look really anywhere whenever the jet dashed directly into his face. There's really just not much you can do there. When the fight is going to be, NCO does get one, but Jasper going to get the refrag while NCO has to reload that Bulldog. And now it's going to be Jelly Belly. Look at this aggressiveness pushing through there, but that's going to be leaving A completely wide open for a take. But look at this, 3 members of DPG on the back side. But it seems that BCC are going to be kind of aware of this. Now we're going to see slow push. It is a 4v4. But in the favor of BCC with these guns. That's going to be a fault line. Dubai does get Jasper, though. And that's going to be Fate trying to get some picks. So Asher going to put him down. Look at that shot from Jelly Belly straight on Dubai. Tech gets 2. Jelly Belly gets another. Now it's a 1v1 against Tech. He's going to TP away. And with this smoke, he can be anywhere. And I believe Jelly Belly
this.
Gonna get faked out. He has just enough time, but he's gonna get TP'd. What a shot, but I don't think he has enough time.
Nope.
No.
Not enough time at all, but man, it was close out of DuPage. And I mean, the advantage here is you took every single gun out of Brookdale's hands. They have to reinvest into this round, or they can just take the full bonus as is. They opt for the reinvestment, as you can see, Dubai and Fate both picking up some Vandals. Actually, it's going to be this weird kind of half bonus where you can see Scrub and NCO opting for a bit of a lighter buy, but the rest of those players on the side of BCC going in for those rifles. So, you know, Brookdale, this is not a round that you lose. This is a round that you go in and you try and win it. And actually, nope, there it is. That's a full investment out from BCC. So, treat it like a gun round.
Both of these teams are definitely going to be fighting to try to stay out of poverty as it is, because whoever loses has to go into an eco here, because we see Asher with 0 creds and a lot of other people with only like 50 creds to their name. You're going to see maybe an executes right on the B. Rice Spice gets picked out, but Jellybilly does get a refrag. Gets 2! Doesn't get the 3rd on top of the box. And Fate is here. Now it's going to be a 3v3 with Jellybilly getting 2. And I believe B is just going to be uncontested right now, as now they're going to go for the retake. And that's going to be Asher going down to Fate. And a 2v3 now in the favor of BCC.
Yeah, and now 2v3, numbers not in your favor. BCC have so many...
The clutch interrogation Waffle does get 1. Jasper I'm late on the flank here. It's as he's now coming from the only avenue that I believe BCC are not exactly set up for, but they do have that turret to give the information, and Jasper's going to get shot in the back by it, I believe, but doesn't. The turret's not placed in a correct spot. Jasper gets 1, gets the 2nd. It is doable, but has to get right on the plant, and that's going to be Fate going down, but Jasper doesn't have enough time.
I think Jasper goes down to the bomb here.
Oh,
Yeah.
She does just barely. They both have to go into an eco. Not quite, but basically, both are in a very sore situation for money. I believe a half buy is available for Brookdale, but only on a few of their members.
Only for a few of them. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but again, it's another round where Brookdale, you lose every single one of your guns, so your reinvestment's really kind of broken, and any damage that DuPage can do here, it just looks really strong.
We're going to see Tech going to be buying that light shields. Oh, but you can see daggers on Fate, though. No need for a gun. Oh, that gets shot down immediately. Scrub is going to get the refrag, though, on the Jasper. But I believe that's a great pick there, stopping that aggression. But Tech TP'd all the way in the back, and that's going to be Shin Waffle caught out and unable to push at all. Asher only has a Marshall to their name, and that's going to be Jellybilly actually taking down BCC with the daggers of their own, getting another on the Dubai. Jellybilly looking for a hero play. It's now a 3v2 in the favor of DPG, but the bomb is down, and that's going to be Jellybilly going down to Scrub. Tech gets another, and Rice Spice goes down. Look at that, playing off of each other, just playing both stacked on top of each other to both peak the same angle at the same time.
All right. First 4 rounds go the way of BCC. This is the round for DuPage, where if they lose this, now things start to become really scary, especially after losing map 2 of Lotus. You're coming into this map, it's supposed to be a mental reset for you. So far, we really haven't seen a lot of value out of the bottom half of the scoreboard right now. It's really just been Jelly trying to push things across the line, trying to get as many kills as possible. Jasper as well on those kind of lurks, on those late round like timings, you know, trying to find things. The rest of the squad here just feels a little bit flat right now. So if they're able to get one of those 3 players online, Asher, Shin, Rice, if you're able to get one of those 3 online, then maybe that means something coming into the rest of this map. But right now, things are looking scary. So I think ultimately, if DuPage can win this round by the hands of Jelly and Jasper, I think we're good. Like, you know, things are operating as normal. If Asher, Shin, or Rice can get online in this round, things look really good. And then, you know, there's a conversation for DuPage, you know, really, really coming back and having a really good shot in this series. But if you know, DuPage lose this round, now things start to get really scary. And Brookdale has a chance to run away with this.
That is true, especially with the economy between DuPage and Brookdale DuPage going, if they have to go into another eco, are just going to be in such a hole. It's going to be hard to claw their way out of. You're going to see a TP right there. It's going to be a fault line stopping their aggressive push into sewers and a main as quick as they can. And that's going to be a sewer push with a couple splitting off into A. Heck, trying to get a pick, but Asher playing his life, going back. Jellybelly trying to get a pick, sees Scrub, what a headshot, and then Asher swings and tries to get more, but goes down as well. And I believe Jellybelly's just going to be pincered here, and puts down the smoke, but it's going to get sprayed through. Rice Spice is going to get 2, though. Fate is the only one left of their team, same as Tech, a 2v3 at the moment. They're both in this corner, and they're going to get shot at by Jasper. What a headshot by Tech. Going to be stopping that as soon as it starts up. Now they're going to be rotating out with the spike in hand, trying to run away. We see the bots from Shinwaffle are still up, and Rice Spice got a little bit of a pop off there.
Yeah.
Did get a little bit of a pop off indeed. You can see this rotation in towards B starting to take place. I mean, Rice and Shin are both here to try and catch this off. But the way
30
that
seconds
Tech
left.
and Fate have been playing throughout this series in a 2v2 situation for them, I wouldn't say that this is at all impossible for the two attackers.
Oh, look at that headshot. Rice Spice and Shinwaffle hold down the line. Make it so that they're going to put that and put themselves in a much better spot.
Well, I said that in order for things to look really good for DuPage out of that round, I wanted to see something out of Rice and Shin and Asher, and it was Rice and Shin really to push us across the line in that round to get DuPage to their first round here on Haven. So, you know what? They've proven me wrong. They've told me that they are here. They are ready to play.
Up I go.
So, you know, despite the fact that Jasper's down to a Spectre, things still look really good for this DuPage squad.
Definitely does. And now they're 1-4, and now they have guns and put BCC on an eco. So again, now this KJ bot is going to be important. It's going to get taken down. It's going to be spraying. Now they're going to get called for a hit, but hey, it's on C. Jasper with a double spray. Beautiful spray there. Dubai tries to get a pick back, but does not find them. Falls back. Ooh, look at Scrub here. Could get a pick on this Jasper. Jasper's
Oh!
Scrub almost whiffs, but does get the kill onto Jasper with a headshot with a classic. Dubai pushes onto site, knowing that no one can flank him. Ooh, NCO sees Rice Spice, gonna be peeking this with a Spectre in hand. Very winnable here for them. The halt of Flash is gonna go out, stopping him. Second Flash is gonna go out, stopping more aggression, but does he know he's going to go into 3 people. Clears out that corner. People running right into him, but that's gonna be Dubai taking him down. And Shinwaffle doesn't quite hit the shot on Dubai. Gonna be throwing down Jellybelly and Asher though with the clutch rotation here. Now it's gonna be right onto the spike as Jellybelly is gonna be going in, doing some damage off of them. Gonna be stopping them from doing anything against this bomb, and that's gonna be a diffuser going down. And DuPage wins that round. Jellybelly has to reload, but Asher cleans up. Scrub making sure there's no gun for them in the next round.
Yeah, that's a little concerning for BCC, but hey, it was an eco. You got your 2 kills, you got your plant. It's about as successful as an eco can really be outside of winning it. You know, it's basically what we ask for in a standard eco, but now that guns are all across the board here, we talk about ults in the conversation. Scrub with a Hunter's Fury, Jasper, Cosmic Divide, and a Seekers for Asher. So, you know, ults slightly favoring DuPage, but BCC still have quite a bit of post-plant potential.
And actually, NCO is 1 away from getting their lockdown. I think they're going to fight for this orb main here. Actually, no, he's going to be playing back here, but if you get that orb, it's a guaranteed sight. And with the way that BCC have been playing these post plants, almost a guaranteed round for them.
It is almost a guaranteed round. But they have to get that plant down first, and Scrub has to stay alive for it. But Scrub's the one with the spike.
Scrub is slowly...
Placing
Oh,
swamp grenade.
Scrub's turning back, but will he meet in the eyes of Jellybelly? He's checking both angles, and he does! That's going to be the spike down Jellybelly with a great pick there, and Fate is actually going to be lurking up here, gets a pick in Tech, trades out Jellybelly. Now it's a 3v3 at the moment. And Dubai is here, but gets the alarm bot right on top of them. That's going to be Jasper. What a crossfire between Jasper and Shinwaffle there. The cabbages go out. Fate destroys his, and Tech destroys theirs. Now it's a 2v3, but with Tech and Fate on the side of BCC, definitely is possible.
Absolutely possible. That shadow step in towards hell. Gonna be heard. All but confirmed. As DPG tries to make this retake work, it's gonna start now.
The flash goes out. Asher doesn't quite hit any shots, but then how do they? Shinwaffle puts him down. Almost a lineup, but Shinwaffle gets the headshot before the team is eradicated. That looked very dicey there from that angle.
Sure did, but they got it at the end of the day. DPG now up to their 3rd round, and I mean, it has to be mentioned that play out from Jelly towards A to really catch off that rotation, drop the spike towards A. It allowed for those rotations to come through. You know, they're able to catch Dubai out by pinching in towards that B site as they rotate away from C. It works perfectly, and now Brookdale forced down to another eco of their own. It's still possible based on how many thrifty rounds we've seen in the series. It's been absolutely insane. But, you know, it has to be mentioned. Shin, Rice, Asher, all 3 of them have been stepping up massively in these last 2 rounds.
I will say they've been getting caught out a lot less and been doing a lot more. Oh, Asher, this is dangerous. He has a stinger in his hands. Tech is a low gun demon. We've seen him multiple times just frag out of his mind, just with barely anything. Jellybee's gonna get called out here. Now the Lear, but he gets 2 through the blind. What does Arena blind do anyways? Fate is trying to get 1, but has to reload his gun, but that's going to be a full blind onto him. Jellybelly gets a 3rd. Going to go down to Fate. Tech and Fate again, a 2v3 situation. Wait, I've seen this one before. It's going to be...
The same players.
Rice Spice, Shinwaffle, and Jasper are going to be here to try to clutch up this round. Not really clutch up, but really going to secure it. And we're going to be Tech and Fate. Fate with a gun in hand, and Tech lurking up to try to get another one into his. There are guns on the floor, and this is going to be even more dangerous for DPG to try to secure. But Fate is at half HP.
Oh, but that lockdown from Shinwaffle, so crucial here as this retake starts to commence. Fate, you kind of have to go for this play, or else you're just a fish out of water.
Oh, he does. Goes right Spice, but he's going to be detained, and that's going to be a pick onto them. Oh, a diffuser. Jasper's defusing, and the Omen's nowhere to be seen, and that's going to be Jasper getting the diffuser down. And will Shinwaffle take him out? Shinwaffle does hit the shot. What a great shot from Shinwaffle. Tech just barely missed that shot and doesn't get to hold on to that gun. Believe a timeout here from Brookdale.
Yeah, it's a well-needed timeout as well. Brookdale needing to try and take this, get those... get this momentum back in their favor. They won the first 4 rounds in a row, and now they've lost the next 4 rounds. So, if you follow the math points to it being an 8-4 half for BCC, because now we're in the last 4 rounds of the half. Probably not going to happen, though, in all things considered. BCC, it's really just been tiny things that have really gotten them in these gun rounds. It's been, maybe just a couple bits of mistiming, some gaps that they're not really controlling. They're letting some sort of push take place from DuPage to go, insanely deep in towards the site. And then, Jelly or Asher or Rice or Jasper is able to capitalize off of that. And then things get really dicey for BCC in those, late round 1v3, 2v3 situations.
I'd say what's happening right now as well for BCC, and I see it often within these players, is that they're not destroying KJ turrets, which means that they can stack sites very reliably. So if this turret here in Garage, one of the best turret spots for KJ on this map, why is it the best spot? One of the best spots for KJ is because you have Garage cleared and C cleared, which means you do not have basically anyone sitting there. Only the KJ is going to sit there, and that alarm bot on B makes it so that unless one of those bots are broken, you have players stacked A, you have players stacked on C site or in this window here, which means that DPG are just playing at such a good position to stack a site.
Well, you see, they stacked A, and they pushed out aggressively there as well. Jelly, Willie, and Asher already on this flank.
See, gets that site for free, and that's going to be Asher going down. Oh, look at Jellybelly on the Dubai. Great shots. Fate does get a shot on the Shinwaffle, though, and does take him down, but that was going to be Jasper and Asher pushing out to try to swing this person. That's going to be a down for the right Spice. Good shot, but Fate's in this corner here. They do see him. Jasper gets scrubbed up. They do see him. Jasper gets the pig. That was so scary. And now Tech lurking back here. Hey, guys, I want to play in the window, too. Going to be not looking behind them, thinking everyone's clear. Tech. Oh, this is dangerous. This smoke is dangerous. Oh, Jellybelly gives up the game. They're going to be TPing off. They do get it half. Everyone's at 1 HP. Shot in the back and shot in the head. Tech with the 1v3 clutch.
What was that? Tech, how do you get away with that? Get away with murder in a 1v3 clutch and the spike was getting held. That's disgusting. And BCC now finally, after a 4-round dry A streak of not winning any rounds, 3 rounds in a row where the bomb gets defused, that's how you break it in a 1v3 clutch that should have never happened. You're able to get that.
Look, man, Omen's a duelist. Right there and then, proven in that moment. Omen is just a duelist. 1v3 clutch, I'd leave it to an Omen.
I think he's a controller because he controlled that round.
Definitely that. I will agree with. He definitely controlled that round there. I think Jasper is kicking herself a little bit for putting on that smoke on bomb, which gave Tech so much room to play in.
Maybe.
See, a little bit of an aggress here. Had to pull out the util. They did get a star out from Jasper, but now they're going to be rotating out. Except Fate, going to be sticking around here, jiggle peeking, going to be pushing up a little bit. The spike is here at C. Oh, look at this, Dubai, going to be pushing through. That's the turret down, so they know they're there. Jasper, unaware of where to look, gets 3 people shooting right at him. Shinwaffle gets scrubbed. Now it's up to right. Spice doesn't quite hit the shot, and that's going to be left to a 1v4 with Asher starting off strong with 1 kill on the NCO, but with only 30 HP left of their name, they're going to take a little hike and take a little rotate over to A, set up a little bit of a sleeping bag, and camp out as they save their gun for this round.
30 HP, 150 credits in the bank. You just don't go for this. Asher, I think this is the correct play here. Let BCC get up to a 6th. You know, call it as it is at the end. Say, you know what? It was a good attempt. We read it well. They just outplayed us on the site hit. They got their duels, and now BCC looking to grab a 6th round. I mean, we talk about Haven. You know, we talked about Lotus being attack sided. I feel like Haven's the exact same way. So this to me from BCC, it's kind of average. If DuPage here can get to 6 rounds, I'd actually call that a pretty good defensive half from them.
I would definitely. We saw it for DuPage on Lotus even, that they did get that attack up to 6 and it just wasn't enough. So if DPG can definitely secure 2 more of these rounds, it's gonna be looking very good for them. The turret set up again, but we see the alarm bot put towards C main, really trying to stall them out. That's going to be that fault line stunning them as Jellybilly going into their spawn. 3 of them pushing their spawn. As the C hit begins, the map has been flipped.
It's completely flipped. DuPage getting started with their attack half early.
Oh, look at the ult comes out. Rice Spice. Asher gets 1. This KJ lockdowns the show, but Tech gets 2. Now it's up to Jellybelly and Shinwaffle as the rest of their team has fallen down. A 2v4 situation. Scrub almost doing a lot of damage there to Jellybelly. As he tries to secure, almost gets the 1v1, but Dubai just hits those shots.
And Shin, I think at this point you say 1v4, time's not on my side. Call it a day and just move on. Move on. Say, you know what, we did our best. We're just gonna have to leave, except that BCC get a 7th round here. In DuPage, I mean, you really have to put everything into this last round to get 5.
Will say, I believe that's why Shinwaffle is definitely going to just be keeping their gun, just so that everyone can at least get something. We see the eco is not exactly the greatest on the side of DuPage, so we're kind of banking on winning that round. As we see Jellybilly, I believe they don't even have their knives. I believe they used them last round, it seems. And Jasper has that cosmic divide, but Brookdale kind of have every single one of their ults.
Yeah, they do. They have almost all of them. In all fairness, Jasper's cosmic divides have been a really solid positive note for DuPage. So, you know, if anything can happen in this round, it's gonna be off the back of that cosmic divide.
Definitely. Look at this A hit already. Smoke's going out. That's going to be a good default. Just going to be rushing. We see the confidence in BCC on rushing these sites. I say that they're being very good at stacking them, and it seems they have a read on DPG of where they're playing and how they're playing. Because now DPG are kind of in another retake scenario, but NCO is going to be stopping it quickly as Rice Spice is going to go down, shot in the back. Jelly Belly gets a nice shot under Dubai.
There's the Cosmic Divide out. NCO
Oh,
also still ready to swing.
Jelly
but
Willy
it's-
going off! Shinwaffle goes down to NCO. Jelly Willy gets 3 there with that Guardian. All that they need. NCO trying to do something. Scrub does get 1. They're all going to be pinged. Jasper has to come out. Does get a pick. And now it's a 1v2. But Shock Darts are going to be onto the spike as Asher is going to be taking some damage there. And now that the Cosmic Divide goes down, Jasper does get the kill as Asher is going to be holding it. And that's going to be a round taken from DPG.
I mean, thank goodness they're able to get that, right? Because, again, 5 felt like the bare minimum for DuPage here on the defense half of Haven. Now they're able to come into this attacking half. We need to see what they're able to do here because their attacking half on Lotus didn't look so great. And this is the same comp, right? It's actually exactly the same as what Lotus was. So maybe it's just the shape of the map and the mechanics that'll prove, you know, different here for DuPage and their understanding of the lanes might allow DuPage to, you know, bring up some differences in towards this map. But BCC, I mean, they have a lot of it feels like comfortability coming into this half.
They definitely do. I think the only difference really in these comps is Jelly Belly's on that Jet instead of that Raze. And from what I've seen from Jelly Belly, they are much more confident on this Jet than they are that Raze, just from what I've seen from casting the semis and the grand finals right now. And I believe Jelly Belly's also, obviously, been popping, and now look at this, running it down C at the moment as they're going to be pushing through the garage as well. That's a massive blind for Tech, but he doesn't get a kill. Rice Spice puts him down. Only a classic to his name. He goes down because he might land the shots he needs after that massive flash. Now into a 5v3 scenario in favor of DPG.
Yeah, and you know, 3v5, DPG done an excellent job on that site hit. Jelly's going to be first contact here as Fate tries to exit out garage.
There's the dash right on. It's going to be the clearing of utility, but that's going to be all of them getting cleared by Jelly Belly and Shinwaffle.
Well, I believe so far every pistol round... Oh, no, sorry. No, I am correct. Every single pistol round so far in this series has been won by the attacking side. So we're 3 maps in, and it's still 6-0 attackers over defenders. So 1 pistol round each. DuPage finally getting theirs in this map. And, you know, now anti-eco, things should look clean. There's not really much to say about this round, is there?
Jelly Belly getting that Vandal, but again, we see that they're playing in a 2-2-1 split here, BCC, making sure that C and B are very defendable. Also, you kind of want to sit B here as well with all these, again, classics, because if you group up like Piranhas, you can take at least 1 Vandal away and then give it to your best player, and then they can pop off. Right now, we see DPG really clearing their corners very carefully, not wanting to give any guns away to BCC.
All right. We're talking about classics a lot because there's 5 classics on the side of Brookdale, right?
Mhm.
What's your favorite classic skin? Because we talked about Frenzy. What's the best classic skin in the game?
I love the Spectrum, just because
Okay.
it makes noise, just because it makes music.
The
That's
silly
that's the-
Zed song.
Yep, that's the only skin I have for the classic, and that's the only one I'll buy because it just makes the noise. So I just sit there and just hit Y. Like we'll be pre-planning like, oh, we need to do this, guys. I'm just do 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 do. Like that's all that's going through my head.
That's fair.
30
And I think all that's going through DuPage's head is they want to hit this A site.
Definitely, look at this. Now they're going to try to explode out. Asher gets a little bit of pocket to do this. So you have really split up the defense here. Now they're all just going to be cycling through this one spot as Asher's reloading. And look, they've slotted themselves in here. And now look at that execute. They're going to be blasting out. Asher gets one. Dubai gets one. Scrub gets one with that shock dart. And that's going to be Rice Spice getting another. And that's going to be Jelly Belly stopping Scrub's advance up to NCO. Tries to get a pick on the Jelly Belly, but that air burst is just going to stop them.
Yeah, 1v3 with a classic. NCO, I've never seen him lose these.
No,
A
I think
1v3 the classic.
it might be a little bit difficult. Does hit the jump. That is good. Does get a Spectre in hand. Gets one. What a shot. But that's going to be a suck off of the spike. And they're trying to run to go get this Vandal. I think right now their mind isn't on spike, but on gun. I might be able to get the spike, but at least I can get this nice looking shiny Vandal and maybe kill these guys.
Oh, that's so rude.
Doesn't quite get the kill onto DPG. Does lose the Vandal in the process as well.
And allows it to get recovered by Rice there. That was so rude.
It was a nice delivery to them, you know? She's like, look, guys, I know you're kind of down bad on creds here. Here's your Vandal back.
Mr. Spike, what's up with that, bro? That was filthy. I mean, now, you know, granted, NCO is going to be able to buy up his own Vandal anyways as we get into round number 15 here, but man, that's got to sting a little bit.
It does. And right now, looking at scoreline, it is even 7-7 at the moment. DPG won 2 in a row there just to even it up, and they're looking for more, of course. Seeing that A is relatively clear, they're going to be slowly pushing up on B side here. Jelly Belly in a very dangerous spot as we see Fate is playing that up position. Jelly Belly's crosshair not exactly ready for it.
Jelly's just waiting for any sort of mid-aggression.
As soon as you hear footsteps, you can definitely tell that people are rotating. Does get that bot. That's pretty good. That might drag some defenders towards B, but look at this A hit right now. It's going to be Asher. Everyone, I believe. That's Sova. Okay, Smoke's going out, and that's going to be an A hit. Going out right now is going to be the KJ, but Shock Dart's there to try to stop it. 2 on site. Actually, Dubai is going to go down to Asher with a nice clean shot. That's going to be a suck coming out, but Scrub tries to get another Shock Dart in. Asher's going to get vulnerable, but no matter. Shinwaffle is at 1 HP. 4v5 at the moment. Both players with guns. Jasper only goes. That's going to be Asher getting collapsed on. Rice Spice doesn't quite get one as Scrub gets a pick. That's going to be Jasper with another one, as the other two are going to be trying to play to deny this defuse. Smoke goes down. He gets seen just barely as the smoke goes down. That's going to be Jelly Belly. Gets caught out. Doesn't quite land the shot. And that's going to be a round taken by BCC.
Good that BCC is able to pick up this bonus. You know, you did start this half up 7-5, and you know, with DuPage being able to respond there, evening out that scoreline to 7-7, you know, being able to bring that lead back in your favor shows that you're not just giving over the momentum control over to DuPage. You're able to keep things in your hand, in your favor. And now as we get into this full buy round, you know, because of how many players were alive on the side of Brookdale, they're actually kind of good. Even if they lose this round, they should still be able to buy up in the next.
Definitely, and we did see that explosive push out from Brookdale. All 3 members pushing at the same exact time. Exactly what you want to see on a retake. Now we're going to see how DPG are going to adjust to the retake strategy that BCC have come up with to really counter their A hit. There we go, Jelly Belly. Doing exactly what I've predicted is great on this map, getting rid of that bot. So now a player has to watch Garage. See, of course, no one really trying to watch Garage, but maybe one is going to go there. Because now anyone could be in Garage. They could be in window right now. They could be almost all the way on B, going to shoot one in the back. You don't know. So BCC playing very confident. There we go. Now we see the KJ rotating to try to see who destroyed her turret. We see this A hit might be coming out, but I think BCC have the read, and they know that the A hit is coming. Especially Scrub with these lineups. Look at that, right onto the spike. Oh my goodness, doing a lot of damage to Rice Spice there. Or only at 41 HP now.
Only 41 HP indeed. Dubai looking to try and sneak a pick where there's just nothing.
There's Fate dash. Really going down. Look at that explosive hit. That's going to be 3 on. Shinwaffle does get a trade. Asher runs into the crosshair of Fate. Jasper does get one in the corner, but ammo does right click right in the back. Jasper gets one. Jasper trying to go for more. Jasper doesn't quite get it, and that's going to be Tech clutching out that round, making sure to secure it for BCC, going up 9-7.
That was such an like a weird round. I felt like I couldn't follow who was in the lead in that round at any moment until all of a sudden Brookdale just diffused the spike. And I was like, oh, okay. Got it. Brookdale won that round. It was such a chaotic retake, but that's kind of what this comp really relies on. That's what Brookdale has been relying on throughout this entire series, is thriving in chaos. Because you have that Reyna who's able to blind up, who's able to displace crosshairs, you know, forcing your teammates into better fights, Dubai able to kind of thrive in that chaos, and we've also seen it from Fate and Tech, both of them as well, being able to do really well in those chaotic moments. Like we saw Tech with the 1v3 clutch earlier. Fate's had some really good moments. On the side of DPG, though, it's really just been Jelly and friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jelly's been popping up a lot here. BCC, again, I love that. Thriving in the chaos. We see the smokes from Tech. Again, Omen smokes, they go down pretty quickly, and that's actually beneficial for him because he can play off of them. And then as soon as they go down, then you lose your little cubby to hide in as a defender, and you're forced to swing, and then Tech is just waiting there, open-armed, waiting for you to walk right into his crosshair, and he's hitting these shots. And really, it just comes down to Tech is hitting some really nice shots this game.
Yeah, he's been having a great series so far, and it genuinely seems like switching to smokes has not stopped him at all as he was playing that Raze for the first 2 games.
Again, Omen is just another duelist. We're running a triple duelist comp. Oh!
Whoa, Dubai.
Sorry, Scrub's
Luckily,
got it.
yeah,
Scrub's
you have
got it.
Scrub there. Get your trade.
Okay, Dubai is making me. Oh, Scrub is going for a 4K here. Eco
Ace?
frags. Right on
Was
the
that-
shin waffle. Almost gets it. And that's going to be an ace. What a shot. Nice.
Okay.
Scrub, the one-man army, taking him down.
Was that an eco out from DuPage? That felt like a full buy round, but maybe that's just because
That
one
was-
of the players
that
had
was-
a Vandal.
That was an eco.
Okay, cool.
eight.
Well, now we're here. BCC at double digits. 3-round lead. Guns in everyone's hands, but ults, honestly, to me, it feels like they're in favor of Brookdale. Because the Hunter's Fury is out to be able to counter whatever play DuPage wants to try and get done off of the lockdown.
Asher is. Sorry. Excuse me. Asher is one away from the cabbages, at least. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. Goodness. Asher.
Was it all those cabbages?
It might be very delicious and nutritious and good for you. Goodness. Okay, Shin Waffle here. Just going to be lurking in sewer here. We're going to be abandoning the spike on C. It's better on the ground. It's having a nice day there. Just going to be
Sunbathing. It's getting a nice tan.
Okay, this turret, I really love this turret spot from Shin Waffle. That really has good mid presence and allows them to play so they're able to rotate basically without worry of getting absolutely deleted by flanks. Scrub playing very oh, what is this play? So he knows the Hunter's Fury is just going to take it out, but they're actually going to be on C. So instead of A, but look at the discipline from BCC.
Yeah, this is what you want to see out of BCC. You see that execute starting to come in. NCO is able to find one, and Tech and Fate are able to combine to destroy the rest of this hit. I mean, BCC completely had the read on the play off the back of the Hunter's Fury, and DPG, there's not really much you can do about it.
The absolute discipline, like, and if I hear a KJ lockdown, I'm running over there almost immediately. But the discipline between BCC, knowing that a fake is possible. Now we just see a 2v5 at the moment, and there's going to be both players saving because after this, it's going to almost be match point, 2 points away from the third map being taken by BCC.
Yeah, we're 2 points away. 2 rounds away from BCC being up 2-1 in this series. And then, then we start talking about, okay, is this just a 4-map series? Does Brookdale manage to find it 3-1? But before that, it all comes down to these next 2 rounds. If BCC can take them, then things look good. If DPG can just hold on, if DuPage can hold on in this series, take this map, then, again, we're back to that neutral reset. Everything looks completely unknown. Things are thrown into chaos again.
We are just going to be that fault line going down the lane. Not really hitting anyone, but going to be stopping the Silva from playing aggressive Asher. Using the dog to clear out sight. Doesn't see anyone on because everyone is playing offside. Now we're going to see smokes coming out from the Astra. And it's going to be a full commit on to A side. Jelly Belly going to be dashing away.
Spike planted.
Scrub does get one through the smoke and gets one into the wall. So that's going to be a 4v5 now in the favor of BCC on the retake. Dubai is going to be hitting the Empress Farm and Jasper. Playing in the smoke here. Cabbages come out. Flashbang comes out. But location reveal. That's going to be a pick for Shinwaffle at least. Look at this stack in heaven. As soon as the smoke drops, all hell will break loose. Fate on the flank, killing Jasper. Jellybelly does get one on the tech. Jellybelly gets Fate as well. BCNO is going to go down. And that's going to be a Scrub. Getting another Jellybelly's classic out. Doesn't get it in Scrub with the 4K.
One-man army. He got an ace in one round. He gets a 4K in another. He brings Brookdale to a map point to pick up their second map in this
Match
series.
point.
This is a completely different Brookdale than what we saw on Ascent.
Definitely, indeed. We saw Jellybelly trying to play out his mind, getting 2, killing 1, killing the flank, but then just runs out of ammo, only have the classic to his name. You only have so many bullets in a Vandal, and just is hoping that his team can get another pick. I really want to see that more players from DuPage can do more, because we're always talking about tech here, but we see Scrub clutching and absolutely dominating some rounds there on A.
You are divided.
Absolutely. And as this Cosmic Divide comes through for this play, Fate just misses that shot towards C long.
Cosmic Divide does go out, does cut off a lot. There's going to be Jellybelly pushing onto site here, does get blind. Asher's blind as well. Dubai does get one, gets the second, but Shinwaffle shuts him down. Tech playing in a smoke, gets another. Going to be a flash into the smoke, going to be blinding him, but Asher doesn't have enough ammo to do anything. What's going to be after reloading that Spectre? The daggers come out from Fate, but that's going to be Asher 1v3, almost! Tech gets the kill with the classic, securing that map, and now it is 1-2 in favor of CBC.
Oh my goodness, that felt chaotic. That was one of those games where it wasn't the round count that was close. It was the individual rounds themselves that got really close up until the end there, when you just saw Scrub being able to run away with things. After that ace came out from Scrub, it almost felt like DuPage just couldn't find a response on Haven, and that gives Brookdale the lead 2-1 in this series.
I agree. After that ace, it felt like the mental for DPG was really at an all-time low there. Just accidentally throwing away an eco is just so detrimental. You can't be just losing those rounds. Not even a gun was taken away from CBC, but BCC, excuse me. So we're going to be going into a 5-minute intermission. We're going to see how it pans out. Will DPG come back, or will Brookdale secure this game? See ya.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody, to the NCJAAE Grand Finals. We have the College of DuPage versus Brookdale Community College in a 1-2 series at the moment. I'm OP
And I am Ancient Angel, and we are here for map 4 of the series. DuPage down 1-2. We're coming in to Brookdale's second map pick of Bind. And I mean, looking at the comps, we see Brookdale back on that Paper X level comp, the double controller out, the Harbor Brim, and that double duelist. On the side of DuPage, things looking business as usual in terms of the meta. Double smokes, that Viper Brim, and you see the Sentinel there coming in from Shinwaffle on the Cypher. There it is confirmed. How are we feeling about these comps?
I'm feeling Brookdale tried their Paper X comp on Ascent, and that's the only map so far that DuPage was able to take away from Brookdale. So I think if College of DuPage gets to see this comp, they're going to be pretty confident and pretty okay with it because they have won against this comp before. This is a different type of map. Ascent can't do quite the same things you can on Bind. Bind, super close range map. So we're going to see a lot of shenanigans with shotguns, most likely.
I like it. I'm a fan. I'm an enjoyer of a good Bucky here and there.
Fan of shenanigans, especially with the Cypher coming up. Um, Cypher is such a good operator on this map. There's so much utility you can use with him. Able to correctly stack a site, able to get value with his tripwires to stop an aggressive push like Brookdale wants to do, but also kind of has a weakness with Raze. If Raze gets a good nade, destroys his tripwires, then he's kind of just a man with a gun at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, the way that these two have been playing so far in the series, pistols, is what we have to talk about first things first. And I mean, so far, we've had 6 pistol rounds, and every single one of them has gone the way of the attackers. Not Brookdale specifically, but whoever's on the attacking side in a pistol round will take it. Do you think we have any reason to believe that it'll change here, or are we expecting?
I'm thinking that with the Harbor, I think Harbor on pistol round is very good with that Cascade. Very aggressive. You're already absolutely exploding on the B, taking Hookah very aggressively here. And it's going to be, there's that Cascade pushing out in the back site, the nade as well to group everyone up into the back left of site. Scrub getting kind of stalled out here by the Viper, Snakebite, and Orb. Now they're playing a little bit slow, looking to take this TP back. We see the rotates, but hey, 2 people on DPG are calling for this rotate and are rotating themselves in the shower. Hear it? Jelly Belly almost gets one, but gets shot out by Scrub, and now it's going to be smokes coming down, and Tech is going to be racing on the site, calling for the plant as the smokes go down, and Right Spice is the only member left here to defend. For now, as his team is going to come back. Scrub with another headshot on to Shin Waffle. Now we're going to see how they're going to do this. This Right Spice totally peeks out, gets the headshot. Jasper as well with a headshot, even in the odds. Now to a 3v2 with Tech at 1 HP. Right Spice also very low. Jasper needs to get this shot on the Tech, but misses the right click. Doesn't quite get it, but Jasper does eventually get the shot. That's going to be a Molly sent out by the opposing Brimstone, and now it's up to Jasper with 35 HP to clutch this up. But with that Molly lasting so long, it's a tall task. And that's the 7th pistol round going the way of the attacking side.
Yeah, Brookdale able to bring that pistol round home for them, continuing the trend that whoever is on the attack wins the pistol round. So, I mean, let's assume DuPage take their eco this round. They don't really get much off of it. They go into round 3 and they win it because it is Brookdale's bonus. Round 4 is the new pistol round. That's the new round that matters. The team that wins round 4 gets such a huge advantage in towards the rest of this half. I mean, we're going to see an anti-eco from Brookdale, but ultimately I'm not expecting anything too crazy.
Harbor on bind is so oppressive. Look at that stim beacon for the dog. Just look at that extra mileage. Look at that. It gets all the way back sight. It's crazy. Now, Asher's going to be playing in elbow here. Not getting called out. And it seems that a good collapse might be happening onto the side of BCC. But look at Dubai. Dubai just lurking in that corner. And Shinwaffle gets caught out. Same with Rice Spice. And Tech gets a shot on the Jasper. And that's going to be Asher. Lights out. Jellyby, the only person with a Sheriff on the side of DPG. Maybe gets 1 or 2 picks, but it's not going to be much. And that's going to be 7 HP for Jellyby. He's deciding maybe I don't want the smoke. Tries to get 1, but NCO is going to shut him out with a net flawless round for BCC.
BCC able to grab that flawless anti-eco. Fate gonna still have that Vandal in the back pocket to use here on the bonus round. Damage is the name of the game, and we mentioned it a fair few maps ago. But we actually see, as you said, what does it mean when you buy a Phantom? It means you're playing on bind.
Yeah, we're gonna see almost. Yeah, they almost see. A lot of DPG are gonna be using that bind other than Rice Spice, which is kind of interesting because he is playing Brim, the smokes that you are gonna be spamming through. Look at how much pressure this Cascade. You don't know how many people are behind this wall. You only know that it exists. Yeah. And now look at how explosive it is. Tech already on site. Plant going down. Jasper with a lurk. Gonna get a kill on the Dubai. That's a great start for the retake that they're gonna have to dive themselves into. DPG gonna have to play this very well. Asher looking for the flank. Does get it, but cost of all of his HP. The flash goes through. Doesn't quite hit Tech in the face. With the Bulldog in his hand, he can clutch this up. 1 quick burst will get him down. And the lineup gets 2 with 1 fell swoop. And that's going to be NCO now battling here this is turning in the favor of BCC very quickly. Jasper does get a half. That's going to be Jelly Belly going down, though. And Shinwaffle trying to defend Jasper as they try to get this defuse. That's going to start it. That's going to be Fate going down. Jasper dies, too, but Shinwaffle's the only one left. That's a headshot for Tech. That's going to be getting that third round and going to be putting DPG in a very rough spot.
Yeah, they're in a super rough spot. They lost that bonus. They're going down to another Eco BCC, looking very likely to take a 4th round. And by the time we get to round 5, I mean, the economics are going to be so against DPG. DuPage is going to be on the back foot for basically this entire half, unless they're able to get their own crazy 4-round string of rounds together.
I mean, look how much money Tech has. He even opted to buy light shields because he wanted to just have this cash cow. He has 6,450 creds in the bank at the moment. And, I mean, if you're going up against just, what, pistols, I guess, like, buying light shields is not that bad because they're not going to really do much against you. Dubai just going to be throwing this Lear, aggressively pushing. Has one more Lear in his hand, waiting for his teammate, and now he's just gonna jump out. Oh, what a shot by Asher! Asher almost gets another. Jasper gets a second pick. That's gonna be Fate, though, shutting down Jasper, stopping them, but Asher is still in this corner spot. And now look at the team ready to flood out. A cage here could be massive to help the flood out for Shinwaffle. That's gonna be the Brimstone ult by Rice Spice. They really want to win this round. It's a 4v3. The smoke's going to go down soon. That's a massive molly onto Fate, putting them down to 31 HP. That's going to be a heal coming out, though, to try to bring him back up. NCO. Oh, gets the pick right on the Jelly Belly. That timing. That's going to be Rice Spice getting taken down, too. Same with Asher. Scrub cleans it up. Same with Fate. It looked valiant, but Brookdale's taking round number 4.
Yeah, a Valorant attempt by DuPage. No, we don't like that one. Okay. Well, a valiant attempt by DuPage. They're on that eco. They're able to get a couple kills, but nothing more. BCC looking clean so far, and we can still see that the economics still favor them. Dubai, the lowest in terms of money in the bank for Brookdale. Still at 1,400, so could still potentially buy up something nasty. Jasper's gonna be able to use this Viper's Pit in towards short, potentially give DuPage a chance in this round. But look at where BCC are.
I mean, they're just ignoring A. I mean, they're just going to put pressure there with that cascade, and then they're just going to ignore it. Asher's getting chased down by a dog. Then the Reckoning comes out, and that's going to be the cascade as well, pushing Shinwaffle back to his spawn. I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, but the picks do come out. Asher gets that kills the planter, and Shinwaffle gets a spray through the smoke. This is why you bring Phantoms on this map, because you can just spray through those small choke points and get a pick. Now NCO and Tech trying to make something out of it. Almost gets the head of Shinwaffle there through the smoke. It's just sitting there. NCO as well. They're down to getting pincered here when there's a lot of people on different angles. Tech pushes out, does get the blast pack into a safer corner to play from. Isolated in this 1v1 with Shinwaffle here. Another bird comes out, flashes Hookah, so now they can start to push up. Jasper on this flank, though, gets one. Jelly Belly with another tech. Tries to start his clutch, but going to get shot down by Jasper. With DPG is going to win their first round of this map.
I feel like I'm starting to get deja vu here. Brookdale win the first 4 rounds of a game. DuPage finally break it up on round 5. The bye still kind of favors DuPage. But Brookdale are still able to buy because they won the first 4 rounds in a row. Does this sound familiar at all?
It definitely does give me a slight sense of deja vu. The last map, I believe, that happened to DuPage, and the first map happened to BCC. So we're going to see if DuPage can start the momentum back up again. Oh, well, it's going to be a little bit of a blind there, getting some information that, hey, people are B, guys. Sends the dog to the TP to clear out there. That's really good there, and now we're going to see no one. Dog is going to be clearing out Asher, showing us that Shinwaffle barely has his life. Asher gets a pick! That's actually going to be 2 going down. Dubai gets 1, and then Poison Tech gets Shinwaffle through the wall. Now Dubai is going to be in Empress form on point, with no one of DPG really in a position to engage. So they're going to get the plant down. Now it's going to be a 4v3. With that Empress form online, Dubai is definitely going to be looking to go aggressive here. It's the showstopper. into elbow, they're definitely going to try to win this round. BCC does not want to play around at all. Blast packing through, shoots it at Jasper. Jasper gets headshot by NCO anyways, and now it's going to be Rice Spice and Jelly Belly going to be trying to come here from Hookah. But Dubai gets him through that, and that's going to be another ult used to microwave Rice Spice and have a nice little barbecue right there in Hookah.
Yeah, a couple ults used by BCC, but, you know, very quickly, any sort of potential deja vu that was mentioned, this is the caster's curse, any sort of potential deja vu mentioned gets shut down immediately. Brookdale says, nope, they're not winning 4 in a row this time. We're shutting that down. We're getting our 5th round. It's a 5-1 lead for BCC. I mean, the only advantage that you really have for DuPage here is that it was kind of a, you know, a bit of a rough buy from you. You can see they can still buy up to practically the same effect here. But they did force out a lot of ults out of BCC last time.
They did, especially a lot of very necessary ults, like the Brim ult, and even the Tech with his ult as well. Now it's going to be NCO pushing through here, right into the corner, but Asher defending his life as he gets blinded. And that's going to be Amali as well, stopping that. Oh, he's getting cooked alive right there. That's going to be Scrub with a lot of damage, but Dubai gets 2, jumping out. And the shots do not land for Shinwaffle. He does get the headshot on the Reyna, now picking up a Phantom for himself. Now, we see Tech trying to get some trades. Going to be pushing on as Fate kills the kill on Jasper. Jelly Belly trades out Tech. Now it's just Scrub and Fate left to defend against Jelly Belly and Shinwaffle on this plant onto A. And Waffle. Gonna be picking up their Scrub at 1 HP. What a flash. Gonna be hitting 2. Oh, and Shinwaffle peeks out just too much. Fate takes him down. Jelly Belly does have full HP, but with all this harbor utility, what can you do against it? Every avenue is clear except this one, but that's exactly where they're going to be looking. And Scrub going to be just holding across with Fate. Fate's going to be peeking out here just in time to see the raise, but not peek it. Fate does let himself know where he is, and Jelly Belly gets shot in the back by Scrub. BCC taking 6 rounds here to DPG's 1.
They finally get it across the line, right? Like they finally are able to really start bringing some momentum here. And DuPage, this is starting to get real scary here. 5 rounds left in this half, and you know you're giving up one of those 5 rounds to kind of guarantee a bye for yourself in the next. So, you know, when we talk about this round, you know, maybe get a couple kills here, make yourself feel good, but that next round is going to be crucial because the best you're going to be able to get is a 5-7 half.
I mean, look at the money of Brookdale. They could buy, they can buy for the rest of the half almost. So here, even DPG, even with the kills that they get, aren't going to really do any damage to the economy. They're going to be facing rifles for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, damage, just like if you're able to get a couple kills here, then maybe something, you know, becomes a fair bit different. But unfortunately, with the way that this game has gone so far, kills are not really the thing that come to mind when I think of DuPage.
Okay, Rice Spice gets blinded here. Look at this aggression! Fate takes him down. Rice Spice having to look at 4 members, absolutely pushing them all at the same time. There's going to be Dubai sitting here. Oh, they're unaware. They check a corner. Oh, he does let himself out. Oh, and he's just going to escape playing on the smoke, but goes to double down. And that's going to be a mistake because Jasper gets a kill with a classic and puts a Phantom into her hand. And now Jelly Belly, look at all these smokes he has to play through. He's going to be trying to push out Jasper. Just get a flash for him. And Asher and Jasper are going to be pushing out here with that wall. Try to come in, and Jasper drops, gets a kill on the NCO, and Shinwaffle peeking, but gets put down by Tech. Tech playing here. Jelly Belly goes down, Jasper goes down, and that's Asher getting cleaned up by Tech. And that's going to be Brookdale with 7 rounds now in this half.
7 rounds. That's about, you know, where we would expect things to go. I'm assuming this is a timeout from DuPage coming through here. And it's a timeout needed. Because, again, we're just seeing a lot of these players not really come to light. Jasper's been pretty strong. Asher's been pretty strong. And Jelly, for the first time, it feels like quite a long time in this series, not really having a lot of impact. 2-7 so far in the first 8 rounds. Not something you really want to see on the side of DuPage. So, you know, I would love to see what they're able to do, you know, throughout these next couple rounds. Again, 5-7 is the best you're going to get here if you're DuPage. So every single round that you get from this point on counts so much more than like almost anything else.
I would like to add too the DPG. This is definitely a defender-sided comp for them. I mean, with that Cypher, Brimstone, and Viper, they have a lot of like preset plans that they get to use, and this Cypher loses a lot of his utility whenever he goes onto the attacking side, only able really to get picks on flanks and get information on flanks. As much as that helps your rotations, it's not going to help in any elims, as we see Brookdale's fully committed comp.
Yeah, they're ready. They're ready for any sort of scrappy aggression here.
There.
They've been playing this comp super well. It's just another A rush after A rush. A little bit of a whiff for Tech on the nade.
Oh, that kill right on the right spice there. Scrub just goes down. There's right in the hole. The showstopper stops the plant. Then the trade doesn't come out quite yet. It's going to be Dubai running away. And just holding this. Oh, there's two. Do they know that Dubai's in this corner? They don't check it right away, but Jasper gets the flick. Jellybelly sees one, gets his head knocked off by NCO. What a beautiful shot there. Lines across there up beautifully. And at the moment, the spike is down. Scrub loses the gunfight to Asher, but Asher gets traded out by Tech. And now it's going to be in a 2v2 situation, but NCO has this Molly online to defend this plant. And they're unaware that he's going to be Lambs. And Shinwaffle gets shot in the back, and NCO cleans up the round. 3 to his name. Look at that positioning right into Lamp, stopping. Just that crossfire just stops all aggression from DPG.
And now is when things get scary, because BCC is now up 8-1. They had one round, quick little hiccup in the middle, and DuPage now trying to force into this. We see a hero rifle coming out from Jelly. Asher thought about it for a second, decided against it, just going with the sheriffs in for now. Jasper going to be able to commit, I think, her second Viper's Pit of this half. So, you know, that's some potentially good signs into this round. But again, just with the state of the economy and the guns.
Ooh, Asher does get one, but he'll get traded out if Shinwaffle does clutch it up and does get the spike down to B. But I don't think they can fight for those guns because they're so deep into their spawn. So they're just going to have to get out with the lives that they have. And now the numbers advantage.
This push from Fate.
Shelly goes down. Fate reads it perfectly. Oh my goodness. Reading Rainbow. Bro has a book.
Bro can hear colors.
He definitely can. And now it's going to be a full rotate back to B as we see the Viper Pit's going to get lost. But these tripwires are still here. Jasper knows there's one, does see one through the cascade, but has the trigger discipline not to shoot. Knowing there's not much they can do. Rice Spice does shoot through to try to make some noise towards it. Spike is planted. Numbers advantage are out the window now. It's a 3v3. Gun advantage is in BCC's favor. Jasper on this play towards elbow. A Shinwaffle is going to play towards main. It's going to be a harbor wall to... Gonna be a Viper wall. Gonna give up their position. Shinwaffle only at 5 HP. This is crazy. Jasper does get one. That's massive. But Shinwaffle gets taken down. Rice Spice as well. But Jasper, 1v1 situation against... That she doesn't quite get it! Tech gets the clutch against it, securing the round for BCC. Jasper right on the fringe of hitting that shot.
And that hurts too, because that was a 3v4? 3v5 maybe even. For the side of DuPage. They had, it was a 5v3 or 4v3 or something like that. They had the numbers advantage, but it was that lurk up by Fate in through that A site, and then, you know, when Rice and Jelly try and, you know, re-clear out that A site, Jelly's head knocked clean off, and at that point the gun advantage just isn't in your favor anymore. So BCC gonna be able to take it up to 9. They could even be looking for double digits on this half.
They definitely could, and that is a very scary position to be in if you're DPG. You finally get a gun round now, and if you lose this round, then it's definitely going to go to double digits. And Dubai right up here, but he's going to get taken down by Rice Spice. He bit off a little bit more than he could chew, looking at too many places at once. As Tech is just going to play in Hookah and secure it. Fate definitely hears this tripwire, knows he can't quite break it, but just looking for any shots he can get onto anyone thinking they're safe on A site after noise was made on B. A little bit indecisive on where this is going to go, though.
I think they're lurking towards A. I think they want to end A here. You can see it just because of the amount of space that Fade has been able to grab. They know that the Cypher utility is towards here. You're going to have Tech maybe try and buy a little bit more presence. Make sure that these rotations don't come through to the A site.
And get this ult orb. If he gets this ult orb, he has that showstopper online, and that's just candy for him. He does get it and then take the TP out. That's going to probably sell it that it is going to be an A hit. We see everyone on DPG are going to be rotating off, as now Fate is going to be walking in right through lanterns. That's going to be the showstopper. Getting one, and Fate gets Jasper right in lamps there. Now it's going to be Asher running away with his life as Jelly Belly and the crew are going to be coming up. But now they're going to get mollied out, and look at Tech here in such a position to stop anyone from coming through heaven. Smoke goes down, and look at that small little angle he has, but Asher wins the duel, wins the trade, and that's going to be a flash going out. Jelly Belly trying to peek down. That's going to be a massive Brim ult, going to be forcing the ult out. He does get caught out. Right Spice sees one. Fate gets Jelly Belly as he's looking around. Fate gets a second, and now it's going to be a 1v1, but the Brim ult is online. And what can you do when you're that far away? Molly comes out, but I don't know if Rice Spice can get it. Oh, and NCO is going to stop any thought of Rice Spice clutching out the round.
That was just rude. Just waiting there for a second as NCO turns away. I was like, that's a little crazy.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little bit BM, but ultimately you're up 8 rounds, now 9 rounds. You found double digits in the first half. I mean, that's gotta be feeling, you gotta be feeling great if you're BCC right now. And DuPage, I mean, you want to walk away from this at the very least 2-10. That's at minimum. If it's 11-1, I'm fine calling this game over.
But look at the buys for DPG. And Tech has an op. Oh, and Shinwaffle almost gives his life away to the operator quickly. Almost gives his life away to the operator quickly. And I'm going to see Dubai. Look at this. Look at the absolute util spam right there. And look at the lurk from Fate. Look, he's already all the way up here. Does Jasper realize that this is a possibility? That's going to be a bird clearing out. And Fate is just going to slot himself in here. Going to be waiting. That's going to be the orb. This Cove is going to be stopping him. Jasper waiting patiently. Jelly Belly. Look at this util. What can you do against it? The Cove make sure the plant is going to go down safely. And NCO is going to be playing around in Cubby here. Sees some shots. Almost gets a shot off on the Jelly Belly. Jasper gets one. Dubai gets the trade, but Asher gets the trade onto that. And Jelly Belly kills NCO through the box. And now it's going to be a 2v3 in favor of DPG. And Raze is still up though, but doesn't have her nade. 68 HP is good. That's going to be Scrub getting one on the right Spice, making it a 2v2. And the gun advantage is in BCC's favor. There's the dog coming out. Scrub is going to be just shooting, spamming through. That's going to be 2 taken down by Tech, getting him that 3K. And Brookdale with 11 on the scoreboard on this half, going into the next pistol round and the map swap.
Well, side swaps here.
Yeah.
So far, okay, listen. Let me sell a little bit of hopium for a second. So far, every single pistol in this series has gone the way of the attackers.
True.
DuPage is down 1-11, but now they get to their attacking side.
That
if
is
they
true.
win the pistol, which is supposedly attacker favored if history is to be believed, then maybe there's a shot. Maybe there's a shot at this absolutely ludicrous comeback to make it to Game 5.
It definitely could be possible. Look at this Harbor utility, though, and that's going to be Jelly Belly pushing straight through it. No one on the team was able to back him up. Dubai is going to be swinging this, trying to get a shot. Jelly Belly is almost going to go down. That's going to be Dubai missing his shots on the Jelly Belly as he's going to go and take him down. But now everyone on the side is going to be low. Actually, only Asher as Jelly Belly is going to get healed up here. They're all going to flood directly on the side of Shinwaffle with this Frenzy going to be pushing up. There's that Glitch Pop Frenzy we talked about with the power of the better skin. Will he be able to make this clutch? Tech playing in the smoke here. Knows it's a 4v5. I believe they know it's also attacker favorite. That's going to be another smoke get put down.
Well, here you go. You see Fate
It's
send
gonna be
out
pushed
that.
out. Rice Spice, beautiful shot. Fail gets another. Fail gets two. Can he drop a third? That's going to see Shinwaffle is going to get scrubbed now in a 2v3 situation as the molly goes out. That's going to be Fate not getting the third. That's going to be Shinwaffle getting three there, and history repeats itself. The attackers get the pistol round.
You said the power of the better skin, which means you admit that the glitch pop frenzy is a better skin. And DuPage knows that the Glitch Pop Frenzy is a better skin, and Shinwaffle gets 3 on the Glitch Pop Frenzy, which is just a better skin, and you can see it, DuPage grabbing their second round. Of course it's the pistol round, of course they're on the attack. It's been that way every pistol round in this series. They have an anti-eco here, and you know, they're I shouldn't say guaranteed, because that's not true, but heavily favored to get a third round.
BCC has also been playing out of their mind on ecos. We're going to see, again, also on mind, have to be wary, close range, like this hookah spot. If you don't clear your corners properly, you're going to get a right click to the head, and it doesn't matter if you're at full shields. Classic is, the best gun in the game. One shot potential, insane, and it's free.
Riot, please. Why free gun? Why one-shot kill?
Scout destroyed.
Oh,
If luck.
there's Asher tagging both at the moment. Gonna be calling it out. I'm just like, maybe we don't walk into classics at B. Look at this gamble stack they have here. Now they're just gonna be walking over to A, running it down B mid there. As they're just gonna run it. There's gonna be that trap wire. Look at that flash getting multiple there. But Asher is gonna be like, that's a lot of boys. I'm just gonna be running away here. I'm not about that life. They're gonna get the plant down. And now they're just going to be playing here. We're going to see Tech getting hit by the second trapwire as well. Rice going to put down the smoke. And now it's going to be an execute. Going to be attempting here. That offense execute. It looks like Rice Spice gets one. But there's going to be Asher going down as well. It's going to be a 4v3 at the moment. Shinwaffle puts him down. Jasper with another. And now it's going to be up to Dubai to try to get another kill with his location revealed. And he's going to go right into the loving arms of Shinwaffle with another 3K.
Well, that's about as good of an anti-eco as you can get. 4 alive. Almost as good as 5 alive. Arguably better because now Asher can just buy up into a gun here. Actually just opts for the Spectre. I suppose that makes sense. You know, you are playing a bit more of a supportive role if you can just set up Jelly into a favored fight. You know, and your job is basically done.
Awesome. I will agree. Yep, set up Jelly Belly. He's gonna get a good fight. He's gonna just win that. And now we're gonna see this bonus round. Gonna be a little bit dicey to bonus whenever you're down so much, but they're really banking that they can get these Vandals away from BCC after they've been on an absolute tirade. Jelly Belly gonna be clearing this slowly with his team, waiting for the jump spot, coming through for Scrub. Just going to keep jump spotting Hookah to see if there's anyone pushing up there, as he's one of the 2 players that are playing on B. Going to be a rotate over as well. Going to be throwing a nade backside as the execute begins. That's going to be a satchel right into loving arms of Scrub, playing right there. And that's going to be 3. The execute is getting dismantled, as now is only no players left, as BCC absolutely dismantled that execute and plays their angles properly.
And BCC just absolutely held that. They looked at DuPage and said, sit down. You got a pistol round and an anti-eco and nothing more. We are taking this bonus. We are getting to series point, to championship point. My goodness. I mean, Asher has to go down to a sheriff here due to the reinvestment in the last round. Thankfully enough, though, everyone else is going to be able to secure some rifles, but you know, it is concerning. It has to be, right? Like 9 in a row to tie it up, to take it to OT, just to take it to map 5. And...
When Scrub's hitting shots like that, what can you do? He peeked for a millisecond, and Jelly Belly's head is just going to be removed directly from his shoulders, and now it's going to be left up to the remaining 4 members to kind of try to get a pick here. They don't have their space maker. They don't have their engage. They can't clear back sight with their nades. And Scrub's going to throw this flash for more information. Actually going to throw it through the door. And this harbor utility, again, is making it almost impossible for them to get any angles to shoot at.
And I mean, now at this point, numbers not in your favor, rounds not in your favor. odds not in your favor. Just as re-hit into B, it has to be clean. You have to get something here so that way this post plant can look good. And it's Dubai and Scrub to hold it.
He doesn't see Dubai. He doesn't see Dubai. He doesn't know one's there. And now this is going to get 2. The missed drone from the dog. Rice Spice does get 2 to make up for it, though. But now it's a 2v3 situation with the rotates coming in very quickly. And they didn't have the spike. That means that BCC are going to be here right on time as they're going to try to get the spike down. Shinwaffle going to be planting. But this only takes 4 seconds. So that's 1 left. And that's the championship for BCC. DuPage could not hold the line on 5. And that's going to be a GG's between both teams there.
GG's getting called. Brookdale Community College winning out against the College of DuPage 3-1. My goodness, it was a nail biter in that series. The first 2 maps, so close, 23 rounds, 24 rounds. And then once we got to map 3 and it ended 13-7, it literally just felt like DuPage crumbled after that.
It's, with playing, usually in standards, you do not play 4 maps in a row. So the mental of having to go for those first 2 games to stretch over like 24 rounds, it's just mentally exhausting. So the focus, the game plans, and the communication just seem to have fallen down after that.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You put it better than I could. It's just such a strange experience to see, especially in a best of 5 where it becomes really, really scrappy, because normally when we see something like that, it has to do with like dominant performances out from both teams. But it really wasn't dominant from either team at the start. It was just at the very end, it just felt like DuPage just lost steam.
Yep, they lost steam. The first 2 rounds, though, were so engaging. And I can't see what DuPage does. I believe in the spring season. They made it this far. They just couldn't get over the hump. And that's what we're going to see in the spring season for the College of DuPage. I'm OP Knees.
And I am Ancient Angel. Thank you all so much for watching. We've had a wonderful time casting this series, and we will see you all soon with some more Valorant action.